verbal assassin when I'm blasting.
Yeah. Strictly head crushing, lead rushing through your bot. Can't cross over troubled waters cause I'm targeted.
A verbal assassin when I'm blasting.
Welcome everybody to another BD Boxing podcast, broadcasting to you live from the True North. This is your friend Mr. BDA. And I am glad that everybody could be on board for this one. That's right. I got my trusty sidekick Bucho here. Bucho, are you there? Alright, Bucho will... trust me, Bucho's there. Alright. Or about a thing. Now...
Sorry, I was muted on this.
Yeah, okay, you were muted. I got you. But listen, before we get down to the fun, let's get down with the business, get out of the way. If you want to keep the show going and keep contributing, you can do so by liking, hitting that like button, subscribing, spreading the BDA gospel. And if you get a couple of shekels lying around that you can help out, or you can donate, you can certainly do so with the super chat feature during the show, or you can do so in our PayPal page or in our Patreon page. Like I said, thank you guys for listening. You are loyal supporters of the show. You keep us motivated to keep on going with this. I want to give a shout out to the Fight Scout AA, Shepherd of Sons. Shout out to Shepherd of Sons. Gonzalo's in there as well. Box, BOKS. Subash Kunwar in the house as well. Arnold Baxter, David Abraham, Buddy Aces, Vader D, Saint Britt, Joe Lopez, Jerry Sean, Jason Bourne, The Han History Vault, Cachnello gave me my fight. Shout out to Cachnello. Oh, no, Cachnello gave me my belts now. Alright, yeah. Virtuoso, Pink Panther, Graham Lanson, M6G, PED, THSMT22, Uncle Barnett Apostrophe, Pink Panther. Many more to come, I am sure. David Abraham too in there, Box 88, Chris Gonzalez, Dan Mack, Backmaster, and like I said, many more to come. Thank you guys for joining us. I tell you something, let's get right down to the business at hand. We're going to be taking phone calls, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about it. We're going to be opening up the phone lines in about an hour 3 minutes. So we're going to put the number up there so you can call in if you want to discuss the sensational fight that we just witnessed between Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor coming out on top and nabbing a unification of the 140-pound title, division. These guys made it to the final of the tournament, the WBSS Super Lightweight Tournament, and now Josh Taylor gets belts and he gets the trophy, the Muhammad Ali trophy, and he was able to do this by scorecards of 114, 114, 115, 113, and 117, 112, which I'm sure is going to be causing quite a lot of controversy in some circles. The point of the matter, though, is that both guys brought it. I mean, both guys were willing to come forward. It wasn't a boxing match. Neither guy really tried to box too much from the outside, except in certain spots to really regain their breath. It was mostly an inside fight, a lot of body punching. I suspect both guys are going to be pissing blood tomorrow or maybe even today. Right now, maybe. Might be pissing blood right now. Hopefully, one of those guys Skypes it or they stream it via Instagram. They should do that, shouldn't they, Bucho? We never see this.
Absolutely.
I mean, we never really get to see the aftermath of a guy's. Some of the UFC guys, when they eat kicks or whatever all night, they show us a picture of their swollen legs. Look like they're fat guy legs. But boxers generally tend to stick to themselves. They don't want to show their scars off too much. I think you should show off your scars. Do the manly thing. That's what men are supposed to do. You get hurt, you show it to everybody. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So, Bucho, what did you think about the fight?
It was a great fight. It was exciting. They were both banging. Chisora, he wanted to be the main event. Come on. And imagine if he would have fought Parker. That would have been a boring ass fight, I think. So, now, thank God we had this as the main event. It was a great fight. Great final. And the right guy won.
Oh, really?
And this is boxing, remember? So, the right guy won, and that's what makes it even more special.
Well, what do you mean by?
Well, there's always robberies. Lately, well, not always, but there's a lot of robberies in boxing, as you know, and it's good to see like that the correct guy won the fight.
Okay, so there's no doubt in your mind that the right man won.
No, of course, it was a unanimous decision. It should have been a unanimous decision, in my opinion. But whatever. One judge gave it a draw. I guess I have to rewatch it, because then people come. Oh, you have to watch it in slow motion. See, he hit it here. It's like, all right, maybe I missed something, but just watching it right now, I didn't drink or anything, so there's no excuses. Oh, you were drinking. I saw Taylor clearly won the fight.
Well, that remains to be seen there, Bucho. About the drinking.
It wasn't easy. The Prograis has a fucking chin.
Well, you know what? Let me invite Gonzalo. I see him in there, and I'll invite a couple of more people in. See if they jump in. All right, so give me 2 seconds. Yeah. 2 seconds.
But when I say by the while you do, when I say
hold on, Bucho, hold on. I'm gonna drop out for a couple of seconds. Nobody's gonna be able to hear you.
I'm back.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I say unanimous decision, I don't mean like a blowout. It was a close fight. It was in a sense that it was competitive.
Right.
But Taylor won the fight.
Yeah, so you're saying it's in your eyes it was clear, but it's not like Taylor just ran over the guy. And I mean, it was I had it a very close fight. I thought it was close. I did not see either guy getting schooled. I saw Taylor pushing, and I saw Prograis pushing right back. So it was that type of a fight. I really liked it. Now, Bucho, let's go to the chat room because some people disagree. I mean, this type of fight, you gotta expect that to happen. Differing opinions. There was a lot of. We gotta point out before we go to the chat room.
That's all right, man. Hello.
We got recognize.
Hey, got a show going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We're live.
Oh, we're live. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, damn! I didn't see the fight.
Oh, come on. All right, let me listen. Give us 2 seconds. We're gonna go to the chat room and see what people are saying about it. Right?
All right. Apologize.
All right. So, like I was saying, this type of fight, it was inside fighting, not a lot of clean action from especially if you're in the crowd. So it was kind of hard to see what was going on. I saw both guys getting hurt to the body a little bit. So let's just go to the chat room, see what type of differing opinions we've got here. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll back up here. Buck says 117, 111 should have been liked by the Canelitas. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so he's saying that was too wide. Saint Britt says that white card was a joke, but the right man won. Buddy Aces says 117, 112 sounds about right. Pugalacan says Taylor's eye was gross. It wasn't the worst I've ever seen. Guerrero de la Info says I agree. Pac Thurman still got this was close second. Oh, he's talking about fight of the year. Uncle Bert Apostrophe says he has stylistic similarities to Ward, but it's largely cleaner. Hold on. Okay. Teleamos Lo-Fi says I had Prograis just edging it, but a Taylor win also sounds fair, except for that idiot 117-112 judge. The Fight Scout says Taylor's body was like a red grapefruit. Yeah, it was really. That's why you get a tan before a fight. You don't want to end up going in there with your face or body all bruised up if you're white as a ghost. Official Scorecard Boxing says, what's up? Fight of the year. Prograis won on my scorecard, but I was giving props to Taylor before and after the fight. Yeah, man, like I said, both guys conducted themselves very well in there. There was a point where you could tell one guy was sort of like wilting a little bit, and then they got their second win and they pushed right back. It was fantastic. I mean, both of these guys are going to be they're clearly the two best junior welterweights in the world. I know Ramirez has something to say about that, but we'll get to that in a minute. Jason Bohr says, Gypsy, I like when you recognize the flip-flopper and point out Precise's biases. Oh,
Who said that?
fighting. Was that?
Who said that?
Jason Bourne.
Huh.
Guerrilla de Info says, I was surprised that Prograis didn't do better. Joe Lopez says, UK boxing and their favoritism. The third scorecard was trash. Yeah, the third scorecard was trash, but like Bucho said, who did you have winning? I mean, is it really that much of a stretch to say that Taylor deserved the win? I don't think so. I don't see. Anyway, people are going to make big fuss out of everything. What?
What do you mean? That stretch the what?
Well, he says that the third scorecard was trash, which is true, but I mean, he's not telling us who won or who he thought won. He's just focusing on that scorecard. Uncle Bertha Positive says size ultimately played a big part for Taylor. All Boxing Talk and News says Taylor would have won no matter what. Those cards were filled out before the fight. Rod Rook Davis, shout out to Rod, says Taylor won the fight, no question about it. Palpal Boxing says Taylor won. Eddie says Taylor won the wrestling bout. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you're right, Bucho. I always forget. I don't know. I don't see the other.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. Let me just.
What's up, homeboys?
Oh, we got Gypsy Boxing Style on the line. Gypsy, are you there?
Yo, can you raise my volume up this time, please?
You know what?
Raise it up to the fucking off. Like,
listen. We're gonna do an
bitch
experiment.
Up over the Skynet, bro.
We're gonna do an experiment. I got your volume way up. Now you talk, and we're gonna talk over you, and you're gonna see that it doesn't matter if okay. Talk.
Okay.
Well, one thing that I have to say is keep talking. I want to show you. See how it fucking drowns out?
No. Where's the chat saying?
It's everything that's playing on my computer is what's going through the system over onto YouTube. So they're gonna. Hey, well, listen. We'll try to keep things in order. All right. We're gonna. No funny.
All right.
No funny business today. Everybody stand their ground, but at the same time let other people talk. All right. Hold on a second, real quick. Gotta keep going with the chat from here because I'm interested in reading what people said or people thought about the fight. Travis the Chimp says Taylor won by 4 rounds. Doc says Taylor is someone in the that UK bums can be proud of. Okay, come on. Brandon Weiss says you do sound like you were drinking, Bucho. Wink, wink. He's saying wink, wink. Vader D says I had 1 point to Taylor with an even round, so it could have been 2 rounds for Taylor. Gypsy Boxing Style. Well, we'll get his point when he's because he's here. Guerrero de Info says I want to hear Precise's breakdown. Well, if he comes in, he'll give it to us. Boxing Known says I've seen from a
breakdown, bro. His fucking Prograis should have won that fight, but I got a controversial fucking decision. That's what his breakdown is.
No. I think he picked Taylor. I think actually, Butch, if you can pull up the
he
list.
picked Taylor after I jammed it in people's faces that Taylor's gonna win.
Actually,
Taylor.
Before you were even in there on the first show we did, most people were picking Taylor. He was a slight favorite.
I've been saying it for a long time. I think it started off with apology, though. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah,
it started off with apology, and then I took his word. This was 2 years back. Took his word, looked at Taylor, and I'm like, nah, Taylor's the guy that's gonna beat this dude.
But I'll give you a little advice, and you can take it or leave it. But if you ever do get a prediction right, don't go into the whole mode of I told you, because that it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I've got many right. It's just I'm not gonna do that. I'm just here to, the spoils of war.
I got you. All right, we got Gonzalo and Johnny Boy on the line as well. Fellas, thank you for joining us.
Hey, let me tell you this real quick. I'm a good fucking prediction maker. I'll pat myself on the back. I don't give a fuck because I'm an arrogant prick like that. I told you Pacquiao was going to beat Thurman on points. I told you Lomachenko was going to beat Campbell on points. I told you Kovalev was going to knock Yard out late. I told you Ramirez was going to knock the fuck out of me.
Too bad. I don't care what you want.
And I told you this one too. Yeah, I fucked up on Vazdik Baturbiev, but fuck me.
I just told you we don't like braggadocious people here tapping themselves on the back. You want to tap a pat on the back, Johnny Boy? Is that what's going on here?
What's that?
You want a pat on the back? You want us to tell you how great you are?
No, no, no,
Nah, he
no, no,
wants
no,
a
no. I
stroke.
did it myself.
Don't bullshit me.
I
Yeah.
did it myself.
Well,
I did it
listen.
myself. Get
It was such a great fight
Yeah.
that I don't really care too much
no,
about.
no, no. Well, that was the other thing. It was a hell of a fight. Hats off to both. So both them dudes showed their nuts. Let their nuts hang today. I seen Del Boy was in the Discord. He's like, you know what? Regis ain't no fucking American bum. He came out and let it all hang out. And he said Tank Davis and Charlo sisters ought to take notes from that guy. And I couldn't agree
Apology.
more.
Apology in the chat room says, okay, Johnny boy, nobody cares. I mean, come on. You got to set him straight, man. These young boys, they start getting out of hand, Johnny boy. Yeah, you got to set them straight right away. You got to straighten them. You got to straighten them out.
BDA, is this kid getting jerky with me or what?
I think so too. You're from the old school. You shouldn't have to explain yourself. All right, listen.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I want to ask Gonzalo, what did you think? We got Bucho. Bucho, if you can put up the list there
Yeah.
of. All right, Gonzalo, what did you think about the fight, man?
Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. I agree. It's not about the messenger. It's about the message. I mean, we do take predictions. I had it to where at first I thought it would be a draw, but then I changed it to make it a little bit exciting. To where I picked Prograis by KO, but that didn't happen, and it's fine because it's about the message, and the message here was the fight delivered. It was a great fight of the year candidate because it was very equal in skills, and in the way they fought. That it was just a high level of boxing, to where if you ask me personally, what do I think about the fight? I think this was a draw. But I can't complain. Taylor got the decision, and it's fine. Congratulations to him. But the reason, if I have to explain why I believe this is a draw real quick, I'm just going to have to say this. The first 2 rounds, I gave to Regis Prograis, and I would find anybody hard to disagree for that. And the last 2, the 11 and 12, I gave to Regis Prograis. Okay? So the only thing you have to do is find 2 rounds in between from the 3rd to the 10th, and it's a draw. Two rounds in between, and
what about
you have a draw?
What about the 117 112 card? Do you think that was way too wide, or do you see how somebody could have given Taylor that many rounds?
I thought about it, and that's pretty much we see one scorecard that's wide in pretty much every fight, and that's kind of like insurance, to where 2 scorecards can be pretty like equal. To where one guy, he puts it in the bank to assure that the fighter that's favored to win is gonna get the decision. So now I cannot see it 117, 111. But yeah, that's pretty much the explanation I have for that.
That's the thing. Was it 117, 111 or 117, 112?
117, 112. Yeah, that's what I was.
So that means somebody had it. Did the point get taken away? I must have missed it.
I don't know. Was the first scorecard 115, 115 or 114, 114?
114, 114, 115, 113, I think. And then, actually, you know what? Let me look at it. 114, 114, 115, 113,
Okay.
and 117, 112. So that means one of those judges either took a point away or scored one of those rounds 10, 10 or 9, or something like that. So I don't know.
Yes.
What. Yeah.
I had the fight either 8-4, and I have to rewatch it because I had stream moments where it cut off. So I would say either 8-4 the max or 7-5 for Taylor. It's not a draw. This fight was not even close to being a draw. He backed him up majority of the fight. He hurt him a lot more times.
But that's the
Even
thing.
though
I can.
Booker had his moments.
But that's the thing, though. I can see it was a close fight, competitive fight, like Bucho said. But I can see if it's such a competitive fight and the rounds are so close, why do you have to have the fight even in numerically? You could choose a guy for a stretch of 6 rounds, even if the rounds are close. You could say, "Hey, listen, I like this guy all the 6 rounds consecutively, or 7 or 8, whatever." I don't see what the problem is with that type of scorecard.
The thing is, Prograis, like Bucho was saying, Taylor had the better shots on the head. He landed. So I think it was someone else, maybe not Bucho. He hit him a lot of times with the right hand over the head, straight down from the top. It's a type of shot that he did. It's kind of like a triple G shot where it goes up, his fist goes up and goes down when he can't see it from the back of the head. It's not really hitting the back of the head; it's hitting the temple. But he did a lot of
he's got more leverage on the shots, and they're more eye catching. But
and
Prograis,
surprisingly, but my bad, Gonzalo. Surprisingly, I think Taylor hits harder than he does, and I think Baranchik hits harder than Prograis as well. I had a feeling Baranchik hits harder than.
Prograis wasn't sitting down. He was boxing too much. Okay, he was
Yeah,
boxing
he's
too much,
throwing
and he was
jab
doing
way too
well.
much.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
He was utilizing his jab. He was punching very good, but his work was very subtle. To where if you're not concentrating on what he's doing, he's throwing these short shots that maybe the judges are missing. And the more eye-catching hooks, they got more leverage and are kind of snapping the smaller guy's head back, and especially when you got a pro UK crowd that all you got to do is score a clean shot and they're gonna go crazy. It just makes it that much spectacular.
Okay,
Yeah, I
well,
agree, but that was only in the beginning of the fight, Gonzalo. In the beginning, it was pretty close. It was even, and then sometime around the 6th round or the 7th, I have to rewatch it to be certain exactly what round it is. The fight switched, and it was like Taylor just pushing the pace, taking it to him, and then somewhere in that 11th and 12th, no, I would say I think Prograis won that round, but I gotta rewatch it. He looked like he was coming back. Like he had to bring everything onto the table because he felt like he was behind the scorecards.
all right. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, Bucho, if you want to contact me on the Discord, contact me on the white BDA thing.
All right.
Okay, I wanted. I see we got McGregor in the house, and McGregor, I want to ask you. Thank you for being here. First of all, I wanted to ask you something about the fight because before when we did the preview show on Monday, we talked about how Prograis was actually the one that would be able to box better from the outside. And in this fight, once it started from the get-go, Josh Taylor did not even try to box from the outside. He went right at Prograis, and Prograis decided to stand in there, slug it out himself. It was a very smart tactic from Prograis. Let Taylor come to you with overreaching with that jab, and then just going to the body. But it didn't last too long. They just stayed in the chest, in the pocket, trading blows. Did you expect that sort of fight?
Well, I think that's kind of what I said the other day. I felt like Taylor would sit more on the back foot as Regis would sit more on the back foot, trying to pick pocket off and go to the body. As Taylor would come forward and try to pressure him and get those hooks off, get away from his jab. I kind of liked one thing from Taylor when he was getting on top of Regis. He was trying to, even though he's taking body shots, he was leaning his body on top of him. And that was something that I felt helped him, especially in the mid rounds, as Regis started to tire because he was working a lot moving backwards and firing off those shots. It was quite clinical from both guys in ways. I felt like Regis may have landed their punches throughout the fight, but I felt like Taylor's work rate and ring generalship just got him. It was kind of, in a way, the fight I expected. And I remember you saying, is there a chance that this could be there was a chance that this could be maybe a dull fight, like, because we were looking towards Beterbiev and Vostik, and we were like, this is going to be fight of the year, and it didn't pan out exactly that way. It was a good fight, but not what we expected. But I think this fight gave us everything we kind of all expected, except maybe a drop. I would have liked a drop in this fight for it to like completely take the cake without any questions of fight of the year. But even without it, it's a strong contender. It was an immense fight. I just got it 114, and all I can say is credit to both men because Regis Prograis, he showed one thing. He's got a high level. He's an extremely strong fighter, and Josh Taylor proved that he's a warrior with very, 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 very good chin. I just really love the.
Yeah, that was going to be the question coming in, man. I mean, could Prograis, if he got pushed, would he be able to push back and sustain the type of pace that we saw tonight? And indeed, he did. I mean, he stood his ground, and I actually thought maybe I don't know what you guys think, but I thought he won the 12th round. I think he ended it stronger and actually had Taylor a little bit in trouble in there.
I had him winning the 12th too, and I was just gonna say, shout out to Mark too. He had a fucking great commentary. I was watching it, but I was listening to him too. He did a hell of a job commentating on that shit too.
Oh, on his channel?
Yeah, on his channel. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, hold on. Gypsy wants to say something. Go ahead, Gypsy.
You know what I noticed in that first initial fights, initial rounds, is that first off they were trying to have a little jab fest, and Prograis was actually having the best of Taylor, and which means to me, in my honest opinion, I think Prograis has better timing. He's faster. So when Taylor noticed that shit, he just switched it up on him. He's like, okay, if I can't hit you from this range as efficiently as I want to, then I will get close to you. He got close and then switched the whole game on him. The fight just changed.
Yeah, I mean, I
From
really like.
after the second or third. I can't forget. I forgot exactly what round it was exactly. He switched it up on him. It made it much more difficult for Prograis to do whatever he does from a far away distance, which is hilarious. That Prograis is the guy that's shorter, but obviously the one that had the better jab in a way. Yeah, he had the better jab.
He does have
Taylor
the
switched
jab.
something up. Taylor switched something up in the third round because the first round I gave the Prograis. The second one was
It
really
was also a nice Prograis. It was almost
hang on. It was close. I gave it to Taylor. Wouldn't argue if somebody gave it to Prograis. And then the third round was like all Taylor. That round was all Taylor. So he made a little adjustment or something.
He basically just did the same thing. He just got more aggressive and started landing that left hook more often.
Exactly.
The one major difference that he did was he started as Regis was going backwards. Taylor would actually he would circle out to the right and throw the left to the body before exchanging the hook up, which he wasn't doing in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because people in the chat room are saying, "Oh, that the smaller guy is the better out jab the taller guy." Well, remember, it's not the first time we've seen that. We've seen that all throughout boxing. It's not about how tall you are and how long your reach is. If you don't know how to use it, it's worth nothing. And at this point, it's clear that Josh Taylor is more of a. He's pretty good on the outside when the guys jump on him and he can counter punch off of that. That's pretty good. But just jabbing on the outside, like for example, a Kovalev or Terence Crawford could do, that's not his game. He's a slugger through and through, and a bit of a counter puncher when he wants to. But he's not a jabber.
It's like he prefers for you to come at him, but Prograis wasn't doing that shit. He was standing his ground. He was feigning him, and he was feigning him back and forth. And he wasn't budging. Prograis wasn't budging. He wasn't chasing him. He was waiting for him to come to him, and he didn't like that shit. He's like, "Oh, okay, this ain't working." Postal was doing that. Postal was chasing him, and Postal was getting clipped. But the thing is, even Baranchik, I think, was the same shit. Prograis didn't fall for that shit. Prograis made him come to him. Change the whole, my bad. Still, Taylor, and then it backfired on him. He made him come to him, and it's like, okay, if I can't fight you off a distance, then I'm gonna fucking do this. You know what I mean? That's Taylor's mindset.
Yo, somebody in the chat just said they want to see Taylor fight Mikey Garcia. Bro, that pussy ass motherfucker Mikey ain't fighting no Josh Taylor, bro. He's gonna fight some bum they pulled out of fucking Santa Barbara, California.
By the way, real fast, Taylor did say he wants Jose Ramirez next.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the what ifs.
That's right.
But let's just stick to the fight a little bit more. And by the way, we're going to be taking phone calls later on. So if you want to call in, we'll have like a half-hour window to get everybody's phone calls in there because we don't want to just be taking phone calls throughout the show. We would prefer it if everybody is ready at about 8:05 Eastern time. Call in. All right. So what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So listen, Taylor, man, I mean, he conducted himself pretty well here. He did not fall. He did not falter. He did not crumble under pressure. Neither did Taylor. They both exchanged shots. At this point, before we talk about any other type of opponent, does this fight deserve a rematch?
Why not? Yeah, it's a great fight.
Even if BDA,
I watched that fight 5 times, man. They can fight as much as they want. That was just an exceptional fight. For me, that's the best. I said this last week with Ritson and Davis Jr., but this takes the cake. This is the best fight this year where no fighter got dropped.
I was just gonna say, yeah, man. I fucking even if it. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it right away, but even if it doesn't happen right away, bro. Like if down the line, absolutely. But I wouldn't mind seeing it right now.
Did any of you guys
in the beginning? Sorry, in the beginning, I thought that. Well, hold on. In the beginning, if you don't mind, in the beginning, I thought BDA that Prograis was boxing very good. I thought he was boxing beautifully. In other words, but he started relying too much on his defensive savviness. to where I would have wished that when he came down and dipped at the waist, you know, because he's making the other guy miss already, and he's doing that one time and one time over, under and around. Why not come up with the punch? You know, come up with the punch and put your leverage behind your shots, because you do hit hard, and that's what I thought going in he was going to do, incorporate his offense with his defense and create those angles, which he did, but he was just abusing his boxing too much because he was doing well, and this is when Josh Taylor decided to up the ante, like around the 4th round.
You know what I would also like to see? I would like to see Prograis versus Baranchik.
Oh yeah, that
would be an entertaining fight. Hell of a fight.
Absolutely, man. Like, there's
Yeah.
some fights to make in this division, man. There really is.
You know what? To what Gonzalo said about Prograis relying a little bit too much on that upper body movement of his. I actually thought that we all know they were both exchanging body shots, but it seemed to me as if Taylor was the one that was landing slightly more shots upstairs, whereas Prograis was lacking in the upstairs. I think it was a good strategy. Try to wear down the taller, longer fighter who wants to fight on the inside. So catch him coming in with body shots. But he needed a little bit more flashier shots upstairs to get the judges' decision, especially in the UK. But nevertheless, I thought it was, like you guys are saying, it was a very good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, not only because it was a close fight, but also because of the competitiveness and the fun factor, essentially. Now,
would I be over the line if Taylor and my 10 pound for pound, like towards the end of it?
That's a good question.
I'll give you an answer real fast. He's beaten Postol, he's beaten Baranchik, he's unified, he's the Ring Magazine champion, and he's beaten Regis Prograis.
Exactly.
There's a short answer. That's way better than what Errol Spence has achieved.
Exactly. And
even having him at number 10 or anything, like, yeah, you can put him there.
Well, let me ask you something, because people say, now I'm getting a little bit worked up here, because Pearl Harbor does, the Japanese fans, they Pearl Harbor us when we were doing that show about Inoue after he beat Rodriguez, and we said, we're not quite ready to put him top 5 pound for pound. If anything, I think Taylor's resume is better than Inoue's. I know some people are going to say, well, Inoue, you just don't know who he beat. It's not his fault that you don't know who his little guys are.
It's the Taylor's names that he has is actually puts him above him. The name.
Here's the thing. A lot of the people who say you don't know who Inoue's fought or who he's beat, well, I do. And it's kind of simple. His best win is Narvaez. If you look at Rodriguez and put him in the top 3 at bantamweight, you were already off your damn mind. That motherfucker had one good win on his resume, and it was a British level fighter. Other than that, everyone was a bum. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, he has one really good win on his resume, and that's Narvaez.
I would say
depending on what he does to Nonito Donaire, then you would have to put him in the pound for pound.
Well, Nonito's will be his best win. Nonito, unbeaten at bantamweight, a 4-weight world champion, a former top 3 pound for pounder in his own right. Like, he's only been stopped once, and that was at featherweight against Nicholas Walters, which was a division too far from him anyway. He didn't go on to achieve massively at featherweight. But as a bantamweight, super bantamweight, he's huge, he's massive, he outsizes Inoue, and he represents a real tough challenge with how good his chin is.
Let me ask you something right now, McGregor. I know I don't want to get away too much from the subject at hand, but we're going to be talking more about this as a fight comes forward. Do you think Nonito Donaire can Nagasaki and Hiroshima Inoue? Do you think he can pull that off?
Oh, bro, I think he could Chernobyl that kid if he was Russian.
That
dude has a detonator in that right hand. He's got an absolute atomic bomb in that right hand, and he can knock out any guy if he wants to.
He does, but he's defensively not so good, bro.
Neither is Inoue. Neither is Inoue. Inoue's
He's
shit.
better than him. He's better than him, though.
Donaire got power in the left hook.
Yeah.
He's a left-hander. They got good power. And
sorry, Gonzalo.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. Initially, I had picked Inoue, but now I'm starting to, as I'm watching more of him, I'm like, because you mentioned he's flawed defensively, and I'm like, yeah.
The thing is with Inoue, he's like Prograis. He can fight defensively or he can fight complete offensively. It's just like it depends on how he feels like. Tyson Fury, yet again, another guy. If he chooses to fight in the way that he wants to fight, he'll fight that way.
And in my opinion, there's no way in hell that fight's going the distance, in my opinion. And no, we don't air.
All right,
I think I'm favoring a new way. By the way, I am favoring on his
I didn't want to get
he's
too
the Japanese Daenerys.
I didn't want to get too long into this. I just wanted to bring that up because it's a similar. Again, WBSS Super Final, the best finding the best. They all made. Well, actually, Donaire said us get a little bit of fortune getting into the final. But anyway, we'll talk about that as a fight.
Well, most people kind of predicted it would be a New Way versus Tete at the start, but Tete like he pulled out. So, but make no mistakes about it. Nonito Donaire destroyed his opponent in the semis with a knockout of the year contender. And he landed punches so hard on Burnett that he actually threw the kid's back out, and he retired now. So.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if Nonito Donaire, the chiropractor, can actually pull off some more back moves on Inoue. Now, let me tell you something. Delbo in the chat room is saying, how long will it take for these wankers now to call for Taylor to move up to welterweight? Do you think people are gonna start talking about that, or can they make what's his name, Taylor versus Ramirez?
Well, let's just keep it real, BDA. They're not going to like him off the rip just because he's a white guy. And second of all, well, I mean, let's just be honest, because you know, and yeah, they're going to say, well, why don't he move up and fight Sean Porter? Why don't he move up and fight Spence? You know that shit's coming. These fuckers are easier to read than a blind man's Bible, bro.
Yeah, but you rather go for undisputed before you do that.
I want to see if the WBC and the WBO allow Ramirez to fight because they've actually called for their mandatories, which I've no idea why on earth they would postpone Undisputed for a fight with Jack Catterall. With the WBO, the WBC, he's been mandated to fight post-stall. So if they have that fight maybe by January and then or February, then afterwards we can go for Undisputed. I'm cool.
Is there any super champions or franchise champions in the 140 division?
Not yet, and don't fucking say that shit, man. Don't jinx it, Bucho. Jesus.
Hey, by the way, guys, do you think we should be? Everybody's got their own belt now. The IBO for a little while was giving a little bit more clout. We should just start the BDA title. Start the BDA title. What color should it be? Pink or the rainbow flag? Or what do you guys think?
The purple star, bro. That's what it'd be.
I would love a purple one because most of us, like, when we get erections, the color of our tip would be purple.
Well, speak for yourself.
The purple is the color of kings because back in the days, they used to have to get the color from the fishes, like, deep in the ocean. Yeah, because the exotic fishes, like, some of them, like, they get the ink out of, like, in the depths of the water.
Purple is also the color of trannies.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not
just
true,
make
man.
it,
Come on.
Look, just make it white.
Whoever holds the title gets the fucking Rocco Freddy lifetime.
Oh yeah, that was
purple. Purple's the most aggressive color.
Purple,
Let's make it white. Let's just make it white and stick it on every black fighter we can find.
But the problem with white, first of all, the problem with white is it's you can really stain it very easily. You can tell that if it's stained or not. Purple, I like it. Like Gonzalo said, it's the royal color. It's the color of our channel here. So why not? I think it should be violet, purplish type.
I think it should be the same color as Johnny's avatar's hair.
Oh, the Fitch Lamana, the Fitch Lamana belt. That would be good. Yeah. Anyway, listen. Yeah. Listen to me. Enough shenanigans here. All right.
I wanted to say something, BDA, regarding Taylor.
Please.
Okay, he won. Credit to him. The funny thing is, you mentioned that usually, like, people would assume that the taller guy is supposed to be the boxer from the outside. And you had brought it up that Regis Prograis had the better jab. But moving forward, I noticed rewatching his fights with Postal, and now this one, he eats a lot of jabs. Okay, he can box on the inside, but why is he getting hit? Why can't he protect himself from the jab?
Because he's a power puncher. He's always looking for that counter with power. I mean, he's always looking to counter with power. So he's very focused on turning that body over. So he's not watching out for that jab. Because you're right, he was eating jabs from Postal in the first 6 rounds. Jab, 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 jab. In this fight, a little bit, he was eating the up jab, not gauging the distance well. I mean, he's just, listen, face it, he's not a jabber. He just wants to go in there and land big shots. That's about it, man.
If Taylor is thinking about, I'm gonna rile up some legs over here and shit. If Taylor decides to go up, he ain't as good as fucking Errol Spence. I can tell you that much though. He just ain't. I like
he
Taylor.
belongs there. He belongs at 140. He's not a weight bully. He's naturally, even though he's 5'10", he's naturally a 140 pounder. A lot of these other guys.
Even if he was at 147,
hold on. First of all, Spence doesn't even belong at 147. He belongs at 160. So let's just forget. But even still, even if he does decide to him up, he doesn't belong there. It's a man taking on a challenge, fighting in a bigger weight class. Errol Spence is fucking 100 walking.
No, I got the.
Oh, hang on. Errol Spence is walking around at 180 with no teeth in a fucked up car right now.
He is. I got nothing against that, bro. He definitely is. But I look at skill sets. I don't give a shit about what he is. Looks like black, white, Chinese, fucking green for all I care. He might be a leprechaun for all I give a shit. I'm telling you that his skill set is better than his. It definitely is. Even if they were in the same size, same weight division, it wouldn't change a thing.
But that fight doesn't matter because we got a unification
very
title.
similar.
What I'm trying to say is, if he does move up,
Well, I was bringing up the point about how Taylor, he eats a lot of jabs, and BDA said, well, he concentrates too much on sitting down on his hooks, to land those power shots that, he eats those jabs. Ramirez, he's a well-balanced fighter. He's a well-balanced fighter. A lot of people say, oh, well, he's a bum. No, if you watch Ramirez, he punches with both hands, and his lead hand, the left hand, he throws really good hooks, and he also jabs like there's no tomorrow. He goes upstairs, downstairs with jabs and hooks without even throwing the right hand. So what does that tell you? He's got excellent balance because he can throw a hook without getting out of his position to where he can do the damage with the lead hand, and to once he sees a fighter hurts, he'll throw the right hand. And so if Taylor's eating those lead hands really like he's real quick to get hit with those shots, you gotta watch out for Ramirez.
And Gypsy, that's like me saying Pancho Villa could beat fucking Margarito if they were in the same weight class, bro. Like that don't mean nothing.
No, that's a way over exaggeration. Come
on, dude. I'm just saying, like, if he moves up, because it's a possibility that he could move up after he becomes, if he becomes undisputed, or if he doesn't get the chance to, and he just decides to go up. So, like,
you know what, Johnny? Yeah. You know what, Johnny? I know a guy who was the same size as Pancho Villa and moved up and beat the shit out of Margarito.
Pacquiao.
Well, you know what?
Hey, McGregor, can I ask you a question?
You just did, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm asking you a second one. Who, and to everybody, who did you have winning the first 2 rounds? This is a 2-part question.
Regis Prograis.
The first 2. Okay, who did you have winning the last 2 rounds? The last 2.
The last 2, I had the 11th. I can't remember. I think it was the 11th. I went to 11th went to Taylor and 12th went to Regis. I had a 6-5 going into.
Okay, well, I had the last 2 for Prograis clearly in the first 2. So all you gotta do is find 2 rounds in between, and you have a draw. But nonetheless, Taylor won, and credit to him.
You know what my dream would be here? My dream scenario: get Josh Taylor and Prograis to do it again because it was a close fight, and meanwhile, put Jose Ramirez in there with Ivan Baranchyk. Let's see what's up with that. Because I mean, I know
my dream scenario is.
Well, hold on, because we know Ramirez is good. He beat Hooker. He beat the crap out of Orozco. Really dropped. I think he dropped him like 3-4 times. But now let's see if he can tango with a top 5 junior welterweight. Let's see how he can do it. Postal, that would be a little bit too technical. I want to see a slugfest. I want to see him get chewed up a little bit in there, and then he fights the winner of Taylor Prograis.
Well, can I give my dream scenario? My dream scenario would be Baranchyk versus Prograis next, and Taylor versus Ramirez for undisputed. I have absolutely no idea why your dream scenario is to prolong an undisputed fight.
Because because of the belts? Is that what you care about? The belts? Fuck the belts.
I care about seeing the best fight the best, and right now they're 1 and 2.
No, but Ramirez versus Baranchyk, it would be a nice little appetizer. It would be a slugfest. It would let us know whether Ramirez... Listen, I want to see people get tested. I'm not sure if Ramirez can go 12 rounds the way Josh Taylor and Prograis did with those guys. Put him in there against Baranchyk. Tough guy. He's built like a tank. He looks like an SS soldier. I want to see that fight.
Run the tournament back again. Have all of them go into it and put Matthias in there as well.
My dream scenario is that I have tons of powder coming off the boat and I become the new fucking El Chapo of Chicago.
Well, there you go. That's
We had the same dream.
Don't forget to jump
Yeah.
in. I mean, don't forget to like. All right, guys, hit that like button. I see we got a lot of
Smash the
traffic in
like
there.
button.
Smash
I
the
think-
fucking like, smash the fucking like button and drop a super chat for the kid. What?
I was gonna say, Sabias Matias is a killer. I really thought that, but he is. I mean, he's good, but
He's
you know what
literally a
happened.
killer.
Yeah, come on, Gonzalo.
Yeah,
What's the matter
yeah.
with you, man? What's the matter?
No,
with
I
you?
just literally that came to my mind, but yeah, he's good fighter.
Ramirez gets knocked out by Taylor.
You know, man, they disrespect Henry. Are you
I'm gonna
nuts?
tell you one thing, Gypsy.
Yeah.
Ramirez, he's got. I would like to see him in one more fight to see him really tested. But he's got a good engine. He's got a good chin, and he's got good, real good finishing skills. Those three things, nobody can really say that he doesn't possess.
You might be right. He might
I'd
be
be willing
around,
to
but
bet
I have a
heavy
feeling.
I'd bet heavy
Uh,
money Taylor can't
That's
knock
what
him.
she said. I
He
got
can't
that
knock
same.
him. He can't knock him out, man. No way. His
I don't know,
Ramirez's
man.
chin is the best in that division. Don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
he-
says.
And he punches
I
well
have
with
to
both
look at
hands,
it
the left
again.
and the right.
I'll look at it again and say I'll make the ultimate decision on that.
But Gonzalo, what were you saying about Matias?
I had never seen him fight before, to where like he's a good fighter, but we have to see how he responds in his next fight.
Uh huh.
Yeah, pretty
But-
much.
All right, but by the way, Hawker Mustang in the chat room says I heard a few people saying that Regis got robbed. I mean, it was too competitive a fight to say that it was a robbery. Come on. I mean, the only thing I can see.
BBDA, that's actually precise. Spreading the rumors. That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you?
You know what it is, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you
Whoa.
one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
Whoa.
That
That's
fight was
enough.
a lot
Whoa.
fucking closer than Golovkin Derevchenko was. I'll tell you that much.
These,
I
you know
don't
what?
know.
You
I
guys
don't know.
always
I'll
talk.
tell you one thing,
You guys
though.
always talk a big game when Precise isn't here, and then when he shows up, whoops! All of a sudden, I gotta go. Oh, my girlfriend's here. Oh, I gotta go to work.
Nah. I talk a big game when he's here or not. It doesn't matter. It's just my volume was too goddamn fucking low.
Do it! Come
Where is
Put you with the
he?
sound
Yeah?
bites.
Oh, he is. Look at that. I see the P letter over there.
The P later.
Yeah, precise. That's what that is. See it.
That's not even his name
See it on
anymore.
my- Oh, that's right. It's not. It's Carnival Suzanne.
All right, listen.
It's Carnival Suzanne, right?
Hold on. Somebody wanted
Would
to say
anybody
something.
like to see Baranchik versus Matias? That'd be a great fight.
Yeah, that would be. I'm telling you, that would be a great. 140 pounds has really managed to sort itself into a nice little division. It used to be. I remember 2 years ago, people were saying, "Oh, these guys are nobodies." How do you mean nobodies? You didn't see the potential these guys brought to the table. Look at them now, top of the world. And
Yeah, but
it's
that's because we have the actual prospects who've now become the fighters and contenders. Back then, they were just prospects, and 2.5 years ago, they weren't really on the radar. Like fucking Prograis and Taylor were only held.
you know why? Because
half the
people
fights
only.
they have now.
It wasn't on the radar of people that only want to talk about Wilder Fury 2 or Canelo Triple G3. It wasn't on the radar of those people, but it was on my radar. I'll tell you that much right
They
now.
weren't on like world championship radar. They didn't. Most of them weren't even in the top 15. Only one of them was at the time.
You know what your problem is? You're too much of a book learner. You focus on lists and numbers, and you look at the pages and what's on paper. You don't see the human heart of these fighters and what they bring to the table. That's your problem.
That's right.
You mentioned Wilder and Fury again, didn't you?
Don't make me pull out the Bible quotes today. All right, I'm ready to go.
Listen, Jesus loves you, but I don't. Go fuck yourself.
Whoa, what?
Oh, rim shot.
No,
Johnny, we don't preach that around here. We don't preach that around here.
No,
That's
that
right.
was just my-
Because you know why? No, because PDA is a Jew, so he doesn't believe in Jesus.
Don't call preacher BDA a Jew.
You know what?
Rabbi BDA.
I wanted to ask you a question because people are saying, well, we shouldn't be rushing Taylor up to 147, and I agree. I want to see a rematch. That's what I want to see. But the question is,
Me too.
what are the chances? I like the chances of Ramirez tangling with one of these two guys because we've already seen Top Rank be willing to send Ramirez over to the zone. So let's just get a little poll going here real quick. And by the way, Bucho, can you just put up the list again of the predictions? I want to see who got it right, who got it wrong. I think I know most people picked Taylor, but just for posterity, there we go. All right, thank you. All right, so we got Gonzalo said Prograis KO 9th round. Okay, Gonzalo, you can leave now. By the way. You can leave. You got permission.
Bye.
Recognize that Taylor by majority decision. Both get knocked down. Okay, and who wrote this? Who wrote? Anyway, whatever.
This is what happens when you outsource things to Mexico.
No, it was from it was China. It was to China. Cameron said Prograis majority decision, so he's no longer allowed on the show either. Mark said Taylor majority decision. Taylor gets dropped. Oh, okay, and we're going to count that as you got it completely wrong. Quag said, we're not giving you any credit. Quag said Taylor split decision. Nope, it was a majority decision. No credit for you either. Mr. BDA, Taylor unanimous decision. I sort of saw it as a unanimous decision, so I think we're gonna give me some credit. Bucho said Taylor split decision. He's the co-host, so he gets some credit as well. Revolucion said Taylor unanimous decision. He's a dirty bastard, so he gets no credit.
Yeah, he's on the take. You don't get no props.
Apology said Taylor by unanimous decision. Gypsy said Taylor unanimous decision. Muscle Memory said Taylor split decision. Johnny Boy said Taylor majority decision. Oh, completely right again. And he said fuck off losers as well. So
Apology gets complete.
Who's fuck off losers though? I don't know who the loser is.
We give Apology complete credit. You know, affirmative action and all that.
I got a question. Why isn't Cameron allowed no more?
Why isn't Cameron allowed? What was the question? Why isn't he allowed anymore? Who says he's not allowed anymore?
Well, I thought you just said Cameron's not allowed on the show anymore.
I was kidding because of the wrong. Jesus, you're like the guy that caught Vito in the gay club. You missed a joke. I was here. It's a joke.
Did you put that on Gypsy as a Jew over there? That's beautiful.
So wait a minute. So how do you want us to refer to you when we write down the predictions?
Your Lord and Savior.
That is you're bordering on blasphemy, right? You're bordering on blasphemy, man.
Sacrilegious, disgusting.
Yeah. I really should kick you out of this just for that. I'm not kidding.
Perfect.
Did you guys at any point in the fight see either or wilting? That they were about to go down. Prograis.
Not like Gennady Golovkin, I know that.
Oh, what are you doing?
Why you gotta keep going back to the Golovkin? Johnny Boy, you guys have a bone to pick with Precise, and I wish he were here right now to set you straight. Cause I can't do it right now. I gotta moderate.
It's the truth,
yeah,
Johnny.
But that's past. That's past. Nobody cares about that right now.
Come on, let's talk about the fact that we just watched a real fucking good fight, like a genuinely world class fight.
Well, to Gonzalo's point, Gonzalo's question. Hold on. Gonzalo's question was, let's stick to that. He said, "Did you guys see either man wilting?" I like I said before, there was a point where I saw Prograis was wilting a little bit in the middle rounds, and then he came back, and it was actually Taylor who was wilting a little bit in the 12th round. I don't know. What did you guys think?
I felt there was moments in between different sections of the fight where I saw both guys slightly wilt, whether it be mentally or physically. I felt as though there were times where Prograis didn't want to exchange with Taylor because he was just shelling up. I felt that was like mentally wilting. I felt Taylor, he didn't want to push forward at moments because he was getting caught with the double jab and he was just sitting back and he was shelling up as well. And then I saw probably around 9 through 11, I saw Prograis kind of get very tired. But I also saw through like maybe fourth round or fifth round, I saw Taylor get caught cleanly because he wasn't putting his guard up because he was putting in so much work between 3, 4, and 5. So maybe in round 6, I felt like Taylor kind of etched down a bit as well. I felt like both guys kind of had moments of it, but neither of them gave in.
Yeah, it was really good fight because if they would have decided to trade in the beginning, let's say, I can't blame Regis Prograis for not trying to like sit down in his punches more to where he decided to box, because if he would have done that and would have fell short to where he would have been able to knock Taylor out, he would have gassed out in the end and would have got knocked out himself. So I can't really blame Prograis for fighting the way he did. And I think to your point, Gypsy, I think that Prograis hits harder because although they're not as like wide and like lumbering shots, they're short and low key. You know that even when he taps you, he hurts you because you couldn't really say or could you tell clearly that what Regis Prograis was doing was very damaging. But when you saw Taylor in the corner, he looked very distressed. And you can tell he got heavy hands. Maybe on camera we can't really appreciate it as much.
Gonzalo, he does have heavy hands. It's just that he doesn't have it as heavy as like Taylor himself. You could see the it's not like a huge difference. It's just a difference. There is a difference there, and he was backing him up mainly because of the shots that Prograis got a chin on him. The shots that he was landing on a temple, and just you see it on his face. He's backing up. But don't get it wrong. Both guys had situations in the fight where they were wilting, as BDA be saying. There was a moment in the 6th round or 7th round where Taylor caught him. I think it was I forgot what arm he shot it with. I think he shot it with his right when he was coming in. Prograis was coming in, and he just rocked the crap out of him. It was the end of the round. You could see when he walked to his his corner, Prograis couldn't even put his hand in the right spot where the rope is at. He was having trouble putting it on the fucking rope. I was like, this guy's wobbled. I could tell. And then the other one was when he got tired, like Mark is saying, somewhere in the 10th, 11th round, he got tired. There, he at that point, Prograis was tired. It was more of a tiring thing, conditioning issue. And the 12th, Taylor he got fucking hurt in that round. That 12th round, Taylor definitely got hurt.
By the way,
he's 5.
Can you guys hear me?
And Postal on the other end, Postal might even hit harder than thing. Like, yeah, I can hear you, BDA.
Okay.
Postal might even hit harder than Prograis. Postal had literally had Taylor a couple times on queer streak for a moment there. Like, even though I see Taylor winning that fight 8-4 plus a knockdown that he had, or I forgot, he had one knockdown, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think he had one knockdown. And yeah, he had him hurt more like obvious to me than what Prograis did to him in this fight.
No way, dude. Look at his face. We don't go by facial damage, but look, obviously look at the shots he took and the damage they both took. They both hit really hard. They just fought at a very smart pace, and they were well conditioned. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, we were just talking about the fight.
Well, let me tell you, man. I mean, one thing I wanted to say about Regis Prograis, because we're talking about who we'd rather see. Would we rather see Ramirez in there against Taylor? Would we rather see a rematch? At this point, Prograis is dangerous for anybody because he showed you that not only can he outbox you from the outside, I don't see how many guys are going to be able to just barge in there and take what he has to offer. Maybe Branchek, maybe the killer, Matias, he's going to be able to pull it off. Postal versus Prograis would be an interesting fight because Postal is a hard puncher with the right hand. He's pretty good on the outside. I think he's the tallest of all of these guys. Maybe I think he's taller than Maurice Hooker. Let me check that out just to be sure.
He's pretty tall, man.
Yeah,
They're the same. They're 5'11".
Yeah, but
I think
Taylor,
Hooker's 5'10 and a half, so he would be taller.
apparently Taylor's 5'10".
But Hooker got like 80-inch. Maurice Hooker got like an 80-inch wingspan, though. That's freakish.
It's a pterodactyl. That's what it is. But
they don't call that the Iceman for nothing, man. That motherfucker does hit hard. Postal.
Yeah, Postal. He hits. And I liked his fight against Taylor because it was really, I had him winning the first 6 rounds. In fact, maybe without the knockdown, you could actually say easily give it to Postal. Easily, I said. I mean, because he could be 7-5. But Hooker, if we talk about Hooker, I like the guy. He's a warrior. He brings it. But he's too much of a slugger for a guy his size, or his length, I should say. Whereas Postal, he really will fight from the outside, make it ugly, clinch when he has to. And I liked how against Taylor he was going to the body with that right hook. You guys should rewatch that fight. That was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I rewatched it, I believe, yesterday. He was winning up to the 9th round until Postal got caught and dropped.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think I think he was. I think you could give Postal that. In fact, I think Taylor actually won the Baranchik fight. I don't see that being too close or to call it a robbery or.
How many times did Taylor drop Postal in that fight? I forgot.
One.
Is it
Twice,
one or
I
two?
believe.
It was one. It was one.
Twice?
One.
One? Okay.
He dropped Baranchik
I believe he
twice.
dropped them twice, but they only counted one.
Everybody
fair.
everybody we're talking about would beat the dog shit out of Hooker.
Well, what's his? Who did he win the title of? Flanagan, right?
That's
That was
right.
Saucedo.
Yeah, Flanagan. So
No,
Flanagan.
Flanagan, and then he beats Saucedo on a defense.
Right. Well, listen. You know what? A nice little fights that I wouldn't mind seeing. Little stay busy fights if they can't make the big one. I think Jose Cepeda.
He's going to 147 though. He's going to Hooker's going to 147.
He's
Okay,
gonna get
okay.
pulverized.
Yeah, he's gonna get pulverized up there. I think, unless maybe he carries the weight well and actually comes in stronger. I don't know. You know who I'd like to see get a big fight here would be Jose Cepeda, because he beats what's his name, the guy, the Puerto Rican dude,
Pedraza.
Pedraza. Thank you. Yes,
I'd
Pedraza.
like to
Cepeda's
see
pretty good,
Cepeda-
man.
I'd like to see Cepeda have a fight with
Pedraza.
Cyril Relic, man.
Yeah, that would be.
Cepeda's pretty good. I think he loses focus though. He loses focus in the later rounds, and that's his problem. I think he's kind of green. He needs a little more. He needs a few more fights to brush up his skill set.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, McGregor said, "How about Cepeda versus Relic?" That would be a good fight because both those guys are trouble for anybody. So I wouldn't want to see them up against each other. Let's save them for other fighters. And
I think Zapata beats Relic.
yeah, I think the Relic is a tough dude, man. I mean, he's
You know,
awkward.
East has just stepped into the division. Why not put him against Relic if he comes through Granados?
Because Uncle Al will fucking hide him in his bedroom closet.
Yeah, after what Relic did to another PBC guy, what's his name, Barthélemy, I don't think he wants to put Robert Easter Jr. in there with Relic. Who's fighting? By the way, Robert Easter Jr. is fighting today, right? As well.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting Granados today, and Erickson Lubin's fighting against what's his fame? Can never pronounce his fucking name.
Happy.
Koujo or something.
I'll just find out what happened after from you guys with that fight. I'm not even watching that shit.
Gallimore, Nathaniel Gallimore.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, it's Gallimore, right? Yeah.
Well,
All right.
let me say this. Because also we got the king of the 7-Elevens, Shakur Stevenson. Or I should say the 7-Eleven parking lots. I fucked that joke up. Shakur Stevenson taking on Joed Gonzalez. And by the way, there's some bizarre thing going on. I just found out today because I wasn't following. I'm not all that interested in Shakur Stevenson right now. I'm sorry. He needs to atone for his sins and going around beating people up in front of car washes. But he's fighting some guy named Joed Gonzalez, and apparently Shakur Stevenson is banking Gonzalez's sister. Is that what I'm hearing?
Let me tell you this, Speedy. That's what they're saying. I wouldn't be surprised if the kid Truer gave her a good stabbing once or twice, but that chick's uglier than fucking sin, so I don't know why he'd be fucking her to begin with.
Oh, come on.
Because he's pretty ugly himself, and he's a woman beater known for it. But let's cut to the chase. What's going to happen tonight? Yeah, is Shakur Stevenson's going to fuck up Joe Gonzalez the way he fucks his sister.
Oh, now see, I told you pieces of trash that I wanted to keep this show classy. All right, I wanted to keep it.
I'm sorry. He's going to fornicate with Joe Gonzalez the way he fornicates.
That's more proper. That's more proper. I accept that one.
Let me tell you something. I've banged a lot of chicks in my time, but as far as I can tell you, I've never fornicated anybody.
Now, when Johnny says that I've banged a lot of girls, replace girls with
You know what
guys.
fornicate sounds like? It sounds like what Oscar De La Hood.
You mean spatula, fam?
Ah, jeez. Why did I tell you pieces of you trash bags? I'm
sorry. I came in with water-based lubricant.
You like to dress up like a woman?
What are you gonna say about me banging broads, BDA?
Forget it. The joke's over. Listen, the phone lines are going to be open, by the way. We're about to open them in about 5 minutes, so you can call in, tell us whatever. If you want to stick to the Prograis Taylor, go ahead. Bucho, I think we've said everything we had to, right, about Prograis Taylor. I think it's dying down a little bit. I think it's time to move on. Yeah, so
On to the phone calls.
All right, let's go to the phone calls. But yeah, man, this whole okay. So let me ask you something, because before I move on to the phone calls, we got Shakur Stevenson, Joey Gonzalez, and in the fucking undercard, I don't really know who's really in there. So I'm gonna be switching over, instead of watching the ESPN card, I'm gonna watch the Showtime card. By the way, how many Showtime cards have there been so far? 3 this year? 4? I don't count the Katie Taylor. No, what's his name? Shields, Clarissa Shields. I don't count her dirty ass. But so on.
BDA, are there other guys waiting to jump on? Is that what's going on over here, or they're just not coming on?
What are you talking about?
Like, because I'm seeing recognize the Matrix. And
We got recognized right here, man.
I think they will say they're scared of you.
No, that's not what I meant. No.
Just join,
If
bro.
you're going to jump on,
No, they're gypsies.
I can get out.
They're in the group.
I have no fear of a gypsy.
This shit the hell up.
All right.
No fears of gypsies.
Hey, recognize. I gotta ask you. How
That's not
come
what I meant, bro. I was
recognize?
being polite.
Recognize. I gotta ask you. How come you didn't watch the fight, man?
I got caught up in some stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, some stuff.
So what? A knife fight?
No violence.
All right.
Just a bunch of running
Can
around.
I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you raw dog her or not, fam?
Okay, come on.
Well, I mean, she's my wife. I don't need to protect myself anymore.
There's your answer.
Well, that's one of the benefits. That's one of the benefits.
I already
You might not need to
dropped
protect
the seeds
yourself,
a long
but
time
she
ago.
might need some protection from you.
I'm clean as a whistle. Clean, like a clean whistle.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I was
was-
losing that whistle.
That's my slogan, bro.
I was clean at 24 after I banged that Columbia chick that worked at the strip club, but I got checked up after that. But don't know since.
All right. So I just.
Matrix be using a giant body-sized condom whenever he does anything.
The show will go live in 5 seconds.
All right. We're gonna be opening up the phone
3,
lines. The portal
2,
will be open in a
1.
couple of. Hold
Now.
on a second.
Blog Talk Radio.
There you go. All right. So the phone lines are open. If you want to call in, I'm gonna put up the number up there in the chat. I mean, on the YouTube stream. So I wanted to. So call in. I'm putting it up. I wanted to ask you guys. I'm telling you. Instead of watching Shakur Stevenson, not really interested. Especially now that McGregor says he's expecting the other guy, Joey Gonzalez, to get not screwed over, but plastered. Showtime, man. They got a good card. Nathaniel Gallimore, who gave Julian Williams a very, very tough fight. He's taking on Erickson Lubin, who, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't Erickson Lubin the guy that stopped, the only guy to have ever stopped, what's his name, Ishii Smith so far?
That's right.
Yeah, okay, so that's I'm calling it right now. That's going to be a good fight. Very interesting. Also, on the undercard, like we talked about, Robert Easter Jr. taking on the always tough Adrian Granados at 140 pounds, where both guys really should be. Unless Robert Easter Jr. starts running around the way he did against Barthélemy, I think this is a good, interesting card. Nice little card to round out the night. What do you guys think?
I agree, and I'm pulling for my homie Granados. So
I think
Okay.
Granado's got
Yeah.
this.
I think the reason you want it to be such a good card is,
what?
Yeah, you cut off there.
No, I was just saying that the reason you think it might be a really good card to round off the night is for affirmative action reasons.
Well, maybe. I'm transracial, so I want to keep everything fair here. All right, hold on. Before we continue.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is a real thing. Absolutely. We got phone
Crazy.
calls here. Hold on. We got phone calls. All right, let's go to the phone lines real quick. 847. You're on the air. 847. What do you want to talk about?
What's going on, gentlemen? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
It's
Southpole,
Illinois.
what's going on?
It's who?
It's Illinois.
South
That area
Pole.
code.
Oh, South Pole. Okay, thank you for calling in, man.
Yeah, I thought that Taylor won this fight. I thought Prograis didn't come forward enough. He was doing too much counter punching. He wasn't coming forward enough. Didn't throw enough punches, and that's why Taylor won.
What part of Illinois are you from, bro?
Okay, Johnny Boy, let's stick to the subject. Hold on.
Chicago.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. Hold on. Because then it's going to turn into the BDA geography show again.
Sorry.
No, but you know what, Gypsy, I think you'll disagree with Southpaw about that Prograis should have walked forward more. What do you think about that?
No, I don't disagree with him. I agree with him. I think it's the will of. I said it in my video. It's whoever wants it more, and clearly Taylor wanted more than Prograis. He brought it to him. Whoever's the will is what makes a lot of these fights when they're close. Whoever has the bigger will wins the fight. If they're really close and they're both in the same level.
Well, there you go. I thought you were going to
disagree.
disagree.
Josh Taylor was fighter. Who's will?
Huh?
Whose will?
Yeah,
I'm talking about Taylor's will. I'm talking about Taylor had a better willpower. They had better like ambition to win than fucking Prograis.
You know what? I was trying to stir up a little something. I was trying to stir up a little something between Gypsy and the call.
He ain't gonna stir up shit. He just picked the right guy.
But hold on a second. The other thing, I was calling you Southpaw. It's Foulpaw, right? You're calling in. It's Foulpaw. The call.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Southpaw.
Foulpaw.
I was like, say hi to Sarah, Bad Ten or something, bro.
Isn't that a clothing line? Southpaw?
I don't know, man.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
All right. My bad. What do you want from me? What do you want?
Does Santa Claus over there have a black beard over a white beard?
Foulpaw, we cannot recover from this. So, what else do you want to say?
Which card should I watch tonight? Should I watch Showtime or ESPN Plus?
Showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime. Unless you got something against Polo Malignaggi. If you can't stand him,
there's one good fight on ESPN Plus, right?
I don't know which one. Which fight on that card on ESPN? Is there a good fight on the other card?
I'm doing a live commentary.
I think just the main card's the only good fight.
Well, there you go.
But isn't who's on the Showtime card? It's Gallimore versus Lubin, and then there's another fight before that that's pretty good.
Granados versus Easter Jr.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. I'm gonna go watch that one.
Well, there you go. Have some chips on me. Have a drink. Make a toast to the BDA family. All right.
Yeah. Lubin, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Yeah. Cheers to Showtime because they're about to go under too. So
this might be the last good card they have.
It might be. Yeah, it's about over for Showtime.
I haven't watched Showtime in a long time.
Do you have Showtime?
They haven't had any good boxing.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it for quite some time.
Well, there you go. You're not the only one.
What about Thurman and Pacquiao?
That was Fox.
That was Fox Sports pay-per-view, my friend.
All right, listen. Okay. All right, Foulpaw, thank you for.
They had it's a Clarissa Shields channel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I'm not interested.
Nobody's interested. All right,
yeah,
Foulpaw. Thank you for calling in, man. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Good night, gentlemen. Thanks.
All right.
For the entertainment.
Thank you.
All right,
man.
Southpaw.
I'm never gonna leave.
Movie.
All right, that was Foulpaw. All right, we got another phone call real quick. 818. You're on the air. 818.
Muscle memory.
818. You're on the air.
That's right.
Oh, muscle memory,
what's
man.
Up, VDA? What's up, panel?
What's up,
everybody?
We're doing fantastic over here. Thank you for calling in. What do you want to talk about?
All right, well, glad I got the fight right. Glad the Scott won. Good for them. I don't have much to say about the fight. It is what it was. 7-5. I think Taylor did enough with the making it with the smothering and everything. I thought that's what he'll need to do to win, and he did. And cool. I'm glad the right man won. But moving on, you guys mentioned some fantastic fights for the future for the 140. Any one of those matches that include Hooker, Ramirez, Postol, Relic, Baranchik, these are all great fights, but knowing boxing, I think it's wishful thinking, Maybe we'll get 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5 at best, especially since they only fight twice a year. And then, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so what this did was I just replaced, because I know you guys are familiar with my pound for pound list. I just replaced Taylor with Ramirez on my pound for pound. Yeah, I had Jose Ramirez on my number 8, I think. So I just like switched them. And then I don't know if you guys are aware, Ring Magazine just stuck Better Beef at number 9. They replaced him with Mikey Garcia.
Oh yeah.
Did Ringer Magazine take Lomachenko's 0 away? I mean, lost away. Is that true?
Oh no. I don't, well, let me check. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here.
Talking about Ring Magazine, not like Box Rec or anything like that.
No, let me see.
They should.
No.
In general, they should remove that the fucking loss on his record. That's a bullshit ass loss.
No, they still got it.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Somebody kept telling me, go look up Lomachenko. They took it. A boxing fan, a guy I know. He listens to the show. And he's like,
no, it's still there.
I'm like, nah, I haven't heard that. Somebody would have said something.
Is your friend Nopal?
This is Nopal.
Yeah, Nopal.
Nopal.
So,
Yeah,
muscle
personally,
member.
I still have Kovalev over Better Beef. I think that's like a very good win for Better Beef, but I think like overall, like the body of work, I still think Kovalev taking 2 O's this year. I still think he's in the pound for pound over Better Beef, but we'll see what happens this next Saturday.
I actually have Bivol on number 5.
Bivol?
I don't care what anybody.
Bivol
Bivol
pound for pound. You got him at number 5.
I'm on number 5, bro.
This past
Hold
few
on.
years with his last 5 fights.
So
What's up, Muscle?
Yeah, what did you say? We didn't hear your muscle.
Oh, I think I heard Boxing Style say he had Bivol number 5, and I said, you know what? Like honestly, Bivol has a very solid resume in his last 5 fights. He like blanked everybody too, but he's still missing that one like major name. You know how like Better Beef just got Gvozdyk.
I agree, bro. I base it off of how he fights. I base it off of that shit, and it's his style, the way he fights, and how effective he is against his opposition, and also the names that he also beats as well. There was a time I had him number 5 a while back, and then I was like, okay, his resume ain't that great, so I got to push him back again. I pushed him back. Now he's back at a 5 again.
All right. Well, there you go. Muscle, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, just one last thing regarding the World Boxing Super Series. I don't know if you guys heard. Glowacki's team just filed like another lawsuit, or I don't know what. Like they're pushing for like a DQ with that Bradis like circus affair that happened this past summer, and it sucks because it's going to push back the Dorticos and Bradis final in December. So, any thoughts on that?
Bradis is a son of a bitch. He deserves it. I don't like that dude.
Is it because he reminds you of? Well, you know
I don't like that dirty fighter, bro. I don't like this level of dirt, man. This motherfucker's one of those Andre Ward type characters.
Nobody wants those type of characters. Come on, what are you talking about?
He's a cop. Did you know that?
He's a top.
Is he Turkish?
Wait.
No, he's a Turkish. Fucking Latva doesn't matter where he's from, bro. He could be from fucking Ireland himself, Armenia himself. I don't.
We got it. Listen, I want to. Muscle said that Brady is a top. Is that what you're saying?
He's a cop. He's an off-duty police officer.
Oh, a cop. I thought a top. Jeez, I'm getting it all wrong today.
Explains every fucking thing I need to know. He's a 5-0. Fuck them.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
hey,
Gypsy,
when you're driving around in that neighborhood with the fucking satanic graffiti, don't you want a cop around to protect you, or you want a fucking social club gang members?
No, I don't. I like to protect myself, but cops make shit more complicated than it should be, bro. They always do this shit. So I'm not a big cop fan, even though I do believe that law enforcement should be around. I'm not saying law enforcement should not be around, but cops take shit to a different level.
You sound like
agree.
Well, hold on. Before we continue, just want to tell Muscle. Yeah, just before we continue, Muscle. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
No. If anything comes up, I guess like if you guys still have the phone lines open, I'll call maybe in an hour or two.
Fantastic. Well, we got about 12 more minutes with the phone calls. I think we don't want to get. Well, maybe we'll reintroduce him in a couple more minutes. But all right,
We'll expand it.
Yeah, we'll expand the format. Fantastic. See, there you go. Recognize he's getting into the spirit of the show. All right. So thank you, Muscle
There you
Memory.
go.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Mustard.
Take care, guys.
Fuck the police.
There you go. All right, come on. First of all, I just want to make it clear that here at BDA Boxing, we do have what are those cards called? The PB Benevolence Association there for the police.
Yeah.
Yeah. The PBC.
PBA.
The PBA,
card.
yeah, thank you. We fully support the police officers and the great job that they do. They risk their lives for us and to keep us safe against the people.
I agree.
Against
Yeah, you know
dirty
what?
people. What?
Let me tell you something, Doug. I went to the jail because I had to turn in some paperwork for when I go in a couple of weeks. The next day, some detective shows up at my work, and I made him right away. He was checking up to see if I was really there or not. At the time I said I was going to be there, I made him right away. It's like, hey, how you doing? You want that fucking pork product discount, cocksucker?
Oh, come on.
This motherfucker.
By the way, Precise is in the chat room. He says, I didn't see the fight, guys. Precise, what's the matter with you, man?
Yeah, me too. I didn't see it, man.
Are you guys falling out of love with boxing? Is that what's going on? Are you falling out of love with boxing, guys?
You know what? Look, this is what happened. All right. First of all, I got confused with the time because I forgot what time it would start. Then when I seen on the Discord people commenting back, I said, "Oh shit, the fucking fight is on." You guys going back and forth. Oh, this guy's winning. This guy's losing. So I said, you know what? Let me just let me chalk it up and see it tonight. That's all.
All right. Well, you know what? Precise. If you want to jump in
with the same excuse.
Yeah.
He's trying to come up with the same excuse I did last time when I said I didn't see the Beauty fight, but when mine was real though, I didn't fucking see it. I was gonna make a prediction video, switching my decision.
Well, you didn't, right?
Precise.
I did. I kissed goodbye.
We're not talking about the Prograis fight. I mean, the Prograis. Yeah, we're not talking about the Taylor Prograis fight anymore. So, Precise, if you want to jump in, we're on to another subject here. So, come in and because there's a couple of people that want to say some things to you. So, let's make let's get something going here. Some discussions. But
you mean a couple of people? You mean Gypsy?
Well, some people need to get
make my volume up, bro. Make sure my volume up's pretty fucking high.
Your volume is plenty up. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Bro, you're the loudest person on the panel, whether you realize it or not.
What's that?
I said he's the loudest person on the panel, whether
just about that. Yeah.
I'm not. Actually, I'm not. You watch the fucking videos.
Well, I do watch, and I do hear you be the loudest until other people talk with you, and then your mic, like the equalizer in your mic just goes lower when other people talk over you. Do you understand technology or no?
Oh.
Well, no, I don't understand technology. I'm sorry. I don't work at Geek Squad and fucking Best Buy.
Neither do I. I still know how microphones
Geek Squad. Hey, by the way, Precise is saying I went down. Precise says I went downhill biking. Tell the Armenian to talk less. Oh. All right, so them's fighting words.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Tell that fool not to fall.
All right. Hold on. Bucho wants to say something. Yeah, Bucho, go ahead. Bucho, he wants to say something.
Bucho's sleeping.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
no, I can't hear you.
I wasn't done talking.
Oh no, wait. Because Gypsy's mic was low, all right? But look at this.
Come on, boy. Come on, say it, motherfucker. Say it. Say you got something to say. Say it, bitch.
What the hell is going on, Gypsy? What?
Yeah, no, I had to yell out like
that was yesterday.
I had the fact that he's saying shit, but he can't open up his mouth and say something.
Fuck the West Coast.
Say it, motherfucker.
That's because you won't let.
See, that was he was.
Listen.
Hey, I want to apologize to the West Coast.
Could you imagine? I was yelling, and that's how loud that sounded. If I'm like talking the way I'm now, it's like, Jesus Christ,
loud.
You can't even hear me.
No, you are loud.
All you hear is like shibble, 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 jibble, 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 and now I'm done. That's it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But apparently, you guys hear me, but the other people don't.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can hear you. Now, here's the here's I got a clip from Gypsy Boxing Style. I got a clip of Gypsy Boxing Style when he was talking in private to a bunch of his Armenian buddies after the whole West Coast fiasco.
Fuck all them East Side bitches.
Now, why you gotta talk about the East Side like that? Why do you
I
have
don't
to
really
talk
say
about
that.
was
Dude. I never
hardcore,
say
boy.
fuck East Coast.
Fuck all
I
the
could say
East Side
fuck East
bitches.
Coast. Look, I could say all the fucking East Coast motherfuckers are scumbags. I've been to fucking East Coast. They're shitty as fuck.
We're the
They
greatest
got no
people in the
class.
world.
I can say all those kinds of things, but I don't say that kind of shit because that's just stupid. You're generalizing everybody in that area. It's the same thing with motherfuckers from the East calling people in the West like that. It's
I'm
fucking
gonna
retarded.
lower your volume. You're
So you
very
don't
loud.
know.
You're
He's
very
Jewish.
loud. You don't need to
I
scream,
love
man. You
everybody
don't
from
need.
the West Coast. Except
Well,
Gypsy.
it's kind of like me saying, well, all the faggots and trannies go over there.
Oh,
to
don't use that.
California.
Hold on. I gotta put the disclaimer up. You can't use that word anymore, man. It's YouTube doesn't like it, man. There
No.
you go. Bucho, get some
Is
control
that
in here
Andy
too.
Ruiz's truck? Is that Andy Ruiz's ice cream truck? Is that what?
Hey, by the way, let's talk.
Ha.
I wanted to mention something. I wanted to mention something real quick here because we do have a whole bunch of people listening. So I just want to make it clear right now. We're trying out a new thing, and we got Gypsy and Recognize the other day, and we were watching Kovalev Canelo clips that I personally cut in order to get a little discussion.
That
going.
was before me and Gypsy went into a full-out East Coast West Coast war.
That's right.
We were actually civil.
Yeah, that's right. And we got it all recorded, by the way. So we're gonna be putting that up
Was it
on.
war? No, I don't say it's war. It was more like negotiations.
Well, anyway, the point is this. The point is we were watching some clips. Next time, if you guys want, I'll send invites to everybody. Well, I don't know how many people we can get in there, though, because otherwise it was Bucho, Recognize, and Gypsy and myself. We don't want it to be way too many people. Otherwise, everybody starts talking over each other. But we can do something like that again. Maybe even before the... We can do another one, right, Bucho? Maybe on Kovalev Canelo again? Just to...
Yeah.
Just to...
What do you?
Have a week.
Let's
Wait,
do
you
one
want
on
to do it?
Prograis Taylor.
You want to
Yeah,
do it?
I'll get in that PDA if I can.
Well, we'll send you. Yeah, we sent you an invite, but you were probably sleeping.
But no, actually,
Where's
Bucha,
my
just full
invite?
disclosure, I got the message here from Gonzalo. I asked him verbatim. I said, "Hey, Gonzalo, this is BDA. We're doing a film analysis. Do you want to join?" And this is what he wrote. Well, I can't put it on the screen and essentially a lot of curse words, he said. So, Gonzalo, if you want to do it, maybe be a little bit more polite the next time when you refuse the invitation. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now,
Where
hold
was
on.
my invitation?
Wait, hold on. Chris K in the chat. Thank you for the contribution. He says, "Anyone else think Canelo's hands look slower?"
Pump that shit up to volume 50.
Somebody mentioned that.
The hell was that?
Yeah, of
think
course.
I'm
They're
middle-
not gonna get faster. They're not
I
gonna
think
get
I'm-
faster. They're. Go ahead, Gypsy. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead because it's like we're going at the same time. Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like such a pansy if I say no. No. Well, you go ahead. Well, no. The thing is that naturally, as you go up in weight, your hands are obviously gonna get they're gonna slow down because you're pushing more weight. Okay, so he's building a lot of muscle too, to where he always had the stamina problem. But we also could throw in there the lactic acid that builds up in your muscles, and to where when you have to cock a punch to throw it, you have to you have to pull your arm back more. Where you're lighter and like a boxer has like thinner arms to where he can just punch from the shoulder. A guy that's more muscular usually has to you see those guys, the muscle, the weightlifters, when you go into YouTube and you see, well, this guy, he's a weightlifter but he's gonna fight a boxer. What happens?
Yeah.
That is true,
yeah.
Gonzalo. Gonzalo, that is true. But the thing with this fool, you know what clenbuterol does, right?
Yeah, but he's
Wonder.
also a boxer, Gypsy.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
got
not a
it. I
problem
got the
for him.
picture, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
I agree that he probably takes a little something, but besides that, he's the boxer. Like, he could be muscled up. He's still gonna have fluid punches.
That's right.
May not be as fast, but his punches are gonna still be very fluid.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually did a
definitely.
video. I actually did a video on who was a defensive master, because we had a little conversation we had last time, and I actually had Kovalev as a defensive master based off the criteria that I had. He is a defensive master.
I want to say
Ridiculous.
something.
I never saw it like that. I never saw Kovalev as defensive master.
Well, that's a
But
good point.
after the way I graded, he's a defensive master.
And I want to say something about that, but before I do that, just want to. John Gonzalez gave a contribution with the super chat. I don't want to read his comment, but I have to because them's the rules.
Please do.
And he
No,
says,
you don't have to read the comment, man. Jesus Christ.
I can read it as a panelist.
No,
"There
no,
you
no,
go."
no,
No?
no.
Okay, no. John,
Just
this is just one
change
of
your
those.
word.
Okay, I'll
You
change
know
the
what?
words. I'll change the words. He says those dirty jacks. That's what he's saying. Those dirty jack-offs. So he's talking. I don't know who he's talking about, but
Is that the booger that come off my nose and I toss it to the side? Is that what that is?
Damn. Calm down.
and
Yeah,
that's what you want us to
basically,
raise.
what-
Oh, hold on. I just want to say something about that and real quick, and then say, okay, my goodness, what are you doing, man? Burping to the mic. What are you, Bucci now? We can hear everything, man.
I thought I was muted.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
we're not in the Booty University anymore. All right, Saint Brit says, what time is Saint Brit says, what time is Shakira Stevenson fighting later? Let me tell you, those fucking little lame high school names that people. I love them, man. They make me laugh.
What was the name?
Shakira Stevenson.
Shakira Stevenson. What time Shakira Stevenson fighting? Whenever,
yeah.
wherever, bro.
Oh.
His hips don't lie though.
Hey, speaking of hips, Shakur Stevenson might be a good-looking little
don't
fella,
lie.
okay, but he's got nothing, and I mean nothing, on my fighter, and I think you know who I'm talking about, right?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. There you go.
BDA son.
Let me put up a little game music here. A little game music. There you go. While he's dancing.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Let's party. Call in at the BDA hotline.
All right. We got phone calls, by the way, real quick. Let's go to the phone calls real quick. Okay, who's playing music in the background? All right. Is this shit on still? Okay. 337, you're on the air.
Playing the violin.
Yeah, I know. 337, you're on the air.
Yo, what's
337.
up, family? What's up, family? It's Dead Game Boxing.
Oh, Dead Game. Thank you for calling in, man. What's on your mind?
Dead Game.
Oh man, I just got on. I'm pretty sure we're talking about the Regis fight, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
What you thought about the fight?
Good fight. I actually scored it a draw. I would have. It was a close draw. It could have went either way. I don't think because of it was part of the tournament. They can't have draws, so they had a fourth judge just to fix that. I think Regis' head movement kind of impressed me a little bit. I like the way he was moving his head. I would have liked to see a knockdown just to solidify the victory from either guy. Both of these guys is a problem for 140. Great fight. Run it back.
That's what I'm saying.
See, I need to see that fight, man, because that's what I'm getting from a lot of
Great
people.
fight,
is that
bro.
it was close.
You know what surprised me about
inside work
Taylor?
from both guys. Josh Taylor was leaning on him. Regis was using a lot of energy, just shoving him off. He kept pushing him off. I think that's what drained him a little bit. Last two championship rounds was fire. It looked like Taylor might have gassed out in the 12th just a little bit. But I mean, one of the scorecards was kind of off, but it was a good fight, man. Good fight.
Well, there you go. Now,
I was
my
going to say, you know what surprised me of Josh Taylor? The ability for him to take shots on the belly, on the body, pretty much. He was taking it, and, like, it wasn't affecting him as much as the Baranchyk fight. So, like, I was expecting something that, like, he backs up every now and then, but really wasn't affecting him as much. He had a red spot that looked like, somebody whipped him, back in the days. But
Regis came out of that camp out of Texas with Earl Spence, and that's some body snatchers right there. So
Now, I gotta ask you, Dead Game. Who would you like to see Taylor fight again? Would you like to see him fight Prograis again, Baranchyk, Ramirez?
I would like to see him unified, bro. I mean, undisputed.
Ramirez then.
Undisputed. He just unified, but just undisputed. Yeah, Ramirez. Take Ramirez. Ramirez. I don't know if Ramirez got the pop to keep. I think Regis got a little pop, man, because they both have pop. They both respected each other's power. Let me just say that. I think that's the best two at 140. I think Taylor. I think both of these guys are going to eventually have to go to 147. Eventually. I think Taylor probably would do a little better at 147 just because of his range and his height. But, it is what it is. Regis, he's good. They both good. I think the better man won, though. I think, tonight he was the better man, Taylor.
Regis Prograis
Great
actually
fight,
had an amateur fight with Errol Spence before, I think twice. One was a close fight. They gave it to Errol Spence, and the other one, Errol schooled the shit out of him. Apparently, from what he told, I don't know who interview was this. I forgot. I heard him saying this.
Hey, Gonzalo, you want to say something?
Yeah.
No, just props to Dead Game. I've been listening to his opinions, and I really have to say I respect what he has to say. I know he's a Wilder fan, but there's nothing wrong with that. We're all fans of somebody. But I just like to give credit to you. That's all.
Appreciate you, boss man. Like I say, I'm Bomb Squad all the way, but great fight, man. This is a fight we can rewatch, man. I don't mind watching this again. Some fights I can't rewatch them, but that's a fight I can watch again a few times.
Well, yeah.
Dead
Like I say,
Bomb Squad all the way as well, bro.
Somebody would have got dropped.
Dead game. I'm
Good
Bomb
deal, man.
Squad
I'll
killer
call
all
back
the way.
another time.
All right, hold on. We're talking
What's
over
that?
each
I
other here.
missed that.
Yeah.
I was messing with you, Dead game.
I'm saying I'm Bomb Squad all the way too, bro.
So, 10-4, man. I'm just getting off work. Gonna have me a Michelob Ultra.
Oh.
And I'll call back in later, brother.
That's a good
he's
brand.
from the old school.
Yeah, that's a good
Michelob
brand right
Ultra.
there, man. Everybody's always going with the Budweiser. Nobody goes with the Michelobs anymore. Good for you, Dead Game. Keeping it old school.
Appreciate it. Peace out, babe.
All right, thank you, Dead Game. Did he call me a bitch at the end? All right.
Yeah, he did. He called you a bitch.
He did.
I think he's just misunderstood, man. I think he's just misunderstood. He's a cool dude.
All right, hold on a second.
Out, bitch.
We got another phone call. 315. You're on the air. 315.
1-2 kid.
1-2 kid.
This is 1-2 kid. How you guys doing?
Oh, good to have you on board, man.
Oh, no problem, man. I just want to shout out to Gonzalo, man. I like his input on BDA. And of course, yourself, BDA.
Of course.
The Count Chocula of boxing.
Whoa, wait a minute.
1-2 kid.
Wait a minute.
I'm just messing with you. You said something about my voice before when I came on trolling you, so I had to fuck with you a little bit.
All right.
But what was you saying about Ryan Garcia, that gay-ass Christmas light?
Oh, now wait a minute. Now you can make fun of my accent, but you cannot make fun of Ryan Garcia. I will not allow it.
That's his son.
Why not?
That's
I
his
just
son.
told you.
That's his son.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's your golden boy, homeboy.
That's right.
Oh,
He
man.
licks my feet.
Yeah, man. How you
I
gonna talk
thought
about
it was
his
a
son
good
like
fight
that?
tonight, though. I really do. I thought it was a good fight. I thought they put on a good show. I thought Regis kind of didn't let his hands go. Like, there was points in the fight where he just didn't let his hands go. And I was like, what is he doing? I don't know, man. It just looked a little suspect to me. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that there was points in the fight where he wasn't letting his hands go?
1-2 kid. I think that's because he was hurt, man. He was trying to get his composure right at moments and times. Not always, but like moments
through all
and
the
times.
rounds, like there was moments where he had his head in the guy's chest and he just didn't throw a punch, or he just kind of was like, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't know, man. It looked a little like it was a good fight, but there was moments where he just, like he took a lot of
what was
time
the other
off.
fight? There was another fight that Prograis fought that was similar to what 1-2 kid is talking about. He was not really showing any movement with the legs as much, and he was kind of stale. I think it was before the Relic fight, right? There was another fight.
And taking nothing away from Taylor, I mean, he did what he had to do. I'm just saying, like, I was like, why ain't he throwing any punches? He just like put his head down and then just not throwing any punches. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I think if you rewatch the fight,
I've seen that a lot during the fight.
I think if you rewatch the fight, you're gonna see that Prograis threw a little bit more than we're gonna give him credit for. But it's true, he wasn't going upstairs too much. It seems like the plan from the get-go was to work Taylor's body, and which makes sense because Taylor was the longer, thinner guy. So maybe they were trying to break him down, and to a degree it did work because to a degree it worked because at the end in the 12th round, I had Prograis looking stronger in that one, while Taylor was wilting a little bit. But yeah, he should. If there's a rematch, he should definitely work on fighting more on the inside, shoe shining a little bit more, just being more active because he was going with 2-3 shots to the body and that's it.
Absolutely, and I want to give a shout out to Precise too because he called it. Being that it was a close fight, he said dude would get the nod, and he did. He said Josh Taylor would get the nod, and he was correct. And I mean, it could have went either way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away nothing from either fighter, but that's kind of how it went down. So and I followed Precise for a while. So I just want to shout him out too because he used to give me love back in the day. So I just want to give him a shout out and you guys a shout out. Keep up your platform. I like it. Hashtag UGC and don't do drugs unless you buy them from me. I'm out. Later.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's...
wait,
2 for 5 on the block, yo.
What's your connection? I want some.
2 for 5 on the blitter.
Got that pandemic, yo. All right, listen. So that was 1-2K. Thank you for calling in. If you guys keep...
Yo, don't go to that corner. Them boys over there, they're cowards, man. Come to the... Tell them I don't know.
All right, what the fuck? Butcher just put this on.
That BDA.
Butcher, yeah. Oh no.
That's my Halloween costume, bro.
That actually does.
Mr. BDA, an absolute savage, man. That's how you go down on Shark Week, fam.
I gotta tell you something. That actually do look a little bit like that with that fucking haircut and that goatee. All right. Thanks a lot, Bucho. Thanks. You're really helping me out here.
You look like a Dracula Mario Lopez. Nice.
I look. All right. I can't recover from this one.
You say trick or treat when you go down, bro.
Oh, well, you guys listen. We should do. I told you guys we did that show.
It's a trick.
We did that show, and we got 2 people in there to watch the Alvarez Kovalev clips and the Canelo Jacobs clips. Now we got to do one where we get the people who disagreed. So we would get McGregor, we would get Gypsy Boxing Style, Johnny Boy, and Precise. And maybe Apology too, because he sided more with Precise on that one. And let's rewatch the fight. Obviously, we can't stream it live here on BDA because we can't stream fights live, but we would chop it up later on, edit it, and we want to get to the bottom of, make your case, because Precise made videos, Gypsy made his own sort of video, I guess, but now we can actually sit down and watch it ourselves and see who's right and who's wrong. Bucho, what do you think? You tell me, man. You're my co-host. You gotta speak.
I agree.
Go on. Come on, say it, motherfucker. Say it. Hey, BDA, I haven't done a video on an analysis like actual, fight, how say Kovalev fought. For instance.
That's why he used the word sort of.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. So I'm just saying, I just did it off of a prediction video. I just did a prediction video based off the Taylor fight and the Kovalev Canelo fight.
All right. Listen, I if you guys want to, let me know, because I don't want to force anybody onto doing this type of thing. So you guys let me know that the offer is there, and
y'all ready for this? We just getting started, honey.
That's right. We're just scratching the surface.
Boy got sugar in his tank.
Is that King Loma?
What's that?
I said, is that King Loma?
No, that's not
like King Loma.
Let's
fuck
roll.
up in here. Be nice. Be fucking nice.
You gotta be nice, by the way, when we're doing this type of debates. All right.
I'll be nice.
Be fucking nice.
You guys want me to?
Nice.
Okay, let's do another video. I think this is just gonna be myself. Nobody's gonna show up for this one. Who looks more like a twink? Shakur Stevenson or Ryan Garcia? That's what we should do.
Who?
We're gonna keep
Who's the other one?
Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson. I think you guys know who I'm going for.
Can I take part in this video?
Absolutely. The more the
Yeah,
merrier. That's
Ryan
what I say.
Garcia definitely looks like more of a twink.
Hey, but you know what?
Hold on.
Whoa.
I do not appreciate the fact that you just downgraded Shakur like that without having a proper look at his body. Either you're gay or racist, or you're homophobic, or all three. A gay,
All right.
racist, homophobic. That's
You know
what you
what?
are.
I didn't want to.
There's a word for that.
More like racist.
Liberal.
Hey, listen, I didn't mean to open up this can of worms. But speaking of can of worms and Olympians, apparently, what's his name? The Irish guy. I can't believe I'm missing the names today. I'm tired. But the Irish Olympian, who?
Michael Conlon.
Conlon, yes. He's gonna be fighting the guy that beat him controversially in the Olympics, and they're gonna be fighting in the pros.
Yes,
the pros.
Vladimir Nikitin on December 14th. MSG on the undercard of Comey and what's his face? Comey and fucking Teofimo Lopez, Crawford and Mean Machine.
But
they're
now
gonna have anorexic Conlon fighting against anorexic Nikitin.
But is that fight made? Because I can't see any.
Usually, that fight's official.
Okay, because here's my thing. When you look at people who have fought each other in the amateurs and then went on to fight each other in the professional ranks, there's a couple. The one that comes to mind the most is Miguel Cotto, because he fought a guy named Pinto, a Brazilian dude that had beaten him, I think, in the Olympics. And when he was coming up in the professional ranks, Cotto fought him. They were both undefeated. And Cotto just walked through this guy. I don't even think he fought afterwards, the guy Pinto. And then Cotto took on...
He fought one more time. Kelson Pinto, yes. I recall.
Right. What? Don't tell me. Do you know the guy?
No, I don't know Kelson Pinto, but yeah.
Because sometimes Gonzalo knows these obscure fighters that nobody really remembers anymore. Like, oh, did you remember El Gallito Gonzalez who fought Juan Manuel Marquez in 1999? Like, what? Who?
El Gallito Quirino,
yeah. I don't know. I'm making shit up. But Cotto did fight Abdullayev as well, like Alan Damariki is saying. That's what I wanted to get to. And that was a good fight. And then Abdullayev ended up quitting. So there is a bit of a precedent. Of course, you can also go back to Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley. I know they didn't fight in the Olympics, but they did fight as amateurs. And it ended up being a lot like the... and then recently, Beterbiev versus Gvozdyk. So, I don't know. Are you guys looking forward to that type of fight? I mean, is that intriguing for you guys?
I couldn't give any less of a shit about Mick Conlon's career.
Come on.
No, the dude's absolute fucking trash. He's living off of the fact that he got robbed by Russian judging and shit like that over in the fucking Olympics or whatever, and he stuck his middle finger up. That's what he's most known for. Other than that, the dude got absolutely destroyed. Watch him against Bessie Ramirez in the amateurs. He was never that good to begin with. He got fucking annihilated by a dude who lost in his debut. They've been putting him in there with paperweights and fucking numbskull fighters, and they're giving him Nikitin, who's had 3 or 4 pro fights when he's already had fucking 10, because they want to get him to win and try and build it up just so he gets smashed by somebody better. The dude's fucking too slow, too weak, and he's gonna get pieced up by anyone elite, and this is just a crap fight. No one cares.
So you're saying you're not gonna watch the fight?
Oh, I'm gonna watch the fight, but it's still shit.
Then what are you complaining about? No, okay, no, I got you. But I wanted to ask.
I'm a boxing fan.
I know. I'm kidding. But my question is this guy? I haven't even seen him in his professional fights. This Nitkin guy, how do you spell his name? Nikitin. We'll call him.
I call him Nikitin. I call him like when you want to quit cigarettes,
right?
You take a dose of that motherfucker.
But so is this guy looking good, or can he pull off the upset here? Because if you're saying Michael Collins is not that good, then
they're both absolutely garbage.
Right.
They're not garbage, but Colin's more than likely gonna win. It's kind of one-sided. The dude's been very inactive since that fight. He hasn't fought many times since then, even amateur-wise, and then he had a couple of pro fights, and he's coming off of an injury of a bicep tear, so he's gonna get pieced up.
All right.
Anything happen to Price?
Oh, he's in the morgue right now, bro.
I just wanted some confirmation. That's all.
Wait, what happened to Price?
I already knew he lost. You notice that he asked who won. I said, anything happened to Price?
Oh, okay. I just got the joke. I just got the joke, man. Jesus.
Somebody
that's
was
a
gonna pull the.
Cameron's like,
Somebody.
Price is a world beater. I'm like, sure he is. Sure he is.
By the way,
I
Cameron
believe you.
Cameron was on the Discord saying that Gypsies has something against me. Let's put it out there on the open. Are you just busting his balls, or do you really have? Does he remind you of a Turk or something, or like what's going on here?
Oh, Cameron? No, Cameron, I got nothing against him, but he keeps fucking poking the bear. You know, he keeps he keeps poking Teddy the bear. He's gonna get mauled.
Teddy Yildirim.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone
Teddy
in the
Yildirim.
chat, yo, can we get hashtag Ted Yildirim trending?
Oh, and by the way, I think we should
Anyways.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much what it is. Cameron's got embarrassed too many times against me, bro. I don't even pay no mind what he says.
He's just
Doesn't
kid little
exist
fucking
now.
manners. No, I didn't insult him. I didn't insult him
a little bit.
No, I didn't insult nobody. Give us a drink.
We gotta get you and Cameron together and sort this out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But
I got nothing against Cameron. Cameron has something against me. I got something against Precise. Oh yeah.
all right, well we'll get that when he's in here. We'll straighten that out. But I wanted to say something about Conlon because he's with Top Rank, right? They're always putting him. They always put him on the day off or the eve of or the weekend of the Irish Pride Parade. Now, my thing is. Isn't that oxymoronic a little bit? Irish and Pride? I mean, if you're Irish, you shouldn't be really boasting too much.
Wait a second. I thought it was in March. Irish Parade.
No, I'm saying usually they put him. Anyway, I was trying to make a joke and you just fucking shed all over it. Now here's the other thing.
I'm all over the place. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I'm kidding. I'm always kidding. But what I wanted to get to is with Michael Conlon. Obviously, he can draw a bit of a crowd when he fights in New York because there's a high Irish population, and obviously Top Rank wants to make something with him. But McGregor, I get the feeling you're saying that he's not gonna get. I think we can agree he's better than that other Irish. What?
BDA, I've heard of the name. I've definitely seen this full fight. Michael Collin. Who the fuck is it? Can you show me a picture of the motherfucker?
If you don't know who he is, why are you interrupting me while I'm asking McGregor a question?
That's exactly what I said.
I'm asking McGregor.
Michael O'Collin. Yeah, I've heard of this name before, and I've seen him fight.
Oh my fucking god! I know I'm part of the gypsy community, but are you actually like inbred, like first bred cousins or some shit? What the hell?
What are you talking about, bro? I'm saying like I want to see a picture of him.
Bro, you come in and you ask the most random shit, like you're stoned on fucking Afro Leaf or something.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
You are. Maybe you should
You're
shove
from
a dildo
Ireland,
up your
bro.
arse, sit down and quiet.
No, that's your job, bro. That's your job. Your profession is that, bro. Why you mention dildos? Shame on you.
I mean, my profession is your mom.
Oh no, that's your mom. That's your fucking mom. Were you inbred fuck?
Don't call me inbred, bro. You're fucking Armenian.
How am I inbred if I'm Armenian?
Bro, because you had to repopulate with only like 2,000 fucking people. Work it out.
No, Yolanda, he ain't gonna do a goddamn motherfucking thing. Bitch, shut the
2,000, buddy. Your numbers are all off. That's why you can't punch count. You wear glasses, motherfucker. Remember that shit. Yes, you do. You said it. You can't retract your words, bro. This ain't like your pull-out game when you do it with your mama.
Bro, listen. You're too loud to yell that much, right? Just first and foremost. Just because.
No, I'm not loud. This is my normal voice.
You just echoed over someone's phone.
What phone? You tripped on a phone? What are you talking about, bro? Do they even have phones in Ireland?
All right, this is we got a little bit of an exchange here.
It's getting a little out of hand. All right,
a little bit.
Don't you guys kiss and make up?
You're trying to trash talk with the best trash talker there is. There's a reason why I call myself Gypsy, bro.
Well, listen, let me tell you something right now.
Let
me tell you something. I was going to ask McGregor a question about the Irish population and whether in the mainland, in the Irish homeland, because New York doesn't really, people call it New York the second Ireland. Anyway, that question was going to suck. You guys keep going, keep fighting. That's more interesting.
I'm gonna do it one of these days. I'm gonna do a video on the origins of gypsies. And we're gonna find out where exactly gypsies fall behind. And I sure as hell tell you it's not in Ireland. It's definitely not in Ireland.
He lives in Ireland. He was born there. So then where's it from?
I'm proud of him. I like Irish people. I got plenty of Irish friends. Proud of them, but it sure as hell ain't fucking Ireland.
Are you gonna actually bring up factual information or just what you read on Wikipedia for
I'm gonna bring it factual, not factual. Factual information. That's what I'm gonna do.
Bro, you make a video on that and get your 70 views and your 9 dislikes. Have fun.
I don't give a shit about the views. I do it for the entertainment, buddy. That's the
Nobody's
reason why I'm here in the first place. I do it for my entertainment.
I can't hear you guys. What did you say?
He wants them. He wants them. You just wanted them to keep going, huh?
Right. Just keep. No, I just.
Was that?
I like busting asshole balls, you know what I mean? Like fucking them up.
Oh, bro,
completely,
shut the
tearing
fuck
them
up.
and
You're
shit.
even if you're Armenian, it doesn't matter. You're a stereotypical American, yeah? You're loud-mouthed, you're stupid, you don't make any coherent sense, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you shout over everyone, you're just a fucking dickhead. Pipe the fuck down and learn something. You don't know shit about boxing, you don't know shit about history, you probably don't know shit about your own culture, so shut the fuck up and sit down.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Mr. Historian?
Hey, Frankie, go fuck yourself.
Bro, don't try and talk to me on boxing, I would rip you apart.
I am
There's
not
no
talking
person-
about boxing and Mr. Boxing Historian. I'm talking about history. You sure you want to open up the fucking a whole kind of whoop ass over there? Because I can give it to you.
Who's the biggest boxing historian on YouTube?
Was that a serious question?
Yes.
Scrapbook boxing.
Burt Sugar, if he was still alive.
It's probably.
No, he said on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, imagine
Mark
Burt Sugar.
might be his child, bro.
Could you imagine Burt Sugar on YouTube doing those like YouTube intro videos that 20-year-olds do? Like, okay, hi guys, this is Burt Sugar, and it's all edited and it's all chopped up, and he's got like a black chick with a big
Sugar
ass.
Ray Robinson was unbelievable. Sugar Ray Robinson was unbelievable.
Sugar Ray Robinson was that shit.
We cigar.
It's super funny. When you talk about gypsies, the motherfucker Gypsy King, right? He was like, I was the only motherfucker in this channel that had to convince everybody that fucking Tyson Fury had a motherfucking chance of beating Wilder. I never fucking praised that shit.
Wait.
Never
There's a lot of
praised
people that
that. First person to believe was Bucho, and then all of a sudden we have like a little trend going on over there. But this motherfucker coming, I don't think he's gonna make it, but I hope he does.
Wait a minute. Now I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't know.
with hope, bro. It's try or try not.
All right, first of all,
what it is,
Gypsy. I got your volume up since the beginning of the show, but now you're shouting, it's making it sound distorted. You sound like you're in a jet flying over the air. You gotta keep the voice down a little bit. You don't gotta be screaming all the time, all right?
Keep it down.
All right.
You sound like you're in the ghetto.
And bro, you're acting like this shit. It's on foil. Hold on. It's on foil where I said they would actually rob Tyson Fury and Fury would get dropped twice. It's on foil on YouTube on 14 different channels. He'd get dropped twice, he'd rise up and he'd get robbed and it'd probably be a draw or a split decision Wilder. And that was my exact prediction. You were acting like that and I said that 2 months before the prediction show ever even happened on BDA.
I'm searching for the predictions over here.
By the way, meanwhile, we got
what I meant was,
all right,
you weren't confident with your own pick.
I was highly fucking confident. I said I hope he does it, but I think they're gonna rob.
Sure.
All right, hold on. Before we continue with this, we got Reverse Lee on the line. Reverse, are you there?
Hey,
good to have you on board, man. Reverse. We got a little bit of a little battle here going on, a little war. Well, you want to chime in on this? Tell us what your thoughts.
what are we talking about?
Geez.
The war between the Armenian gypsies versus the Irish gypsies.
That's right.
Well, if, in all honesty, both groups are trash. I don't know why they're allowed to live.
Okay, you're supposed to make things better, not worse. You're supposed to make things better. You're supposed to make things
Vinny
better.
Mac, shut the fuck up, man.
Oh, Vinny Mac.
Everybody, Reverse Lee. Everybody thinks you're Vinny Mac.
He is Vinny fucking Mac. You can't fucking.
No, he's
I
not.
have no idea who the hell that is.
You have no proof of that, Mark. You're just throwing out accusations. That is not Vinny Mac.
Okay, recognize.
Who the hell is Vinny Mac?
It's not him, man.
It's definitely not him. Vinny Mac has more of a okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you what I think. He's like that upspeak at the end. Reversely is more like, you
And
know,
horrible.
That doesn't make
It's
sense.
horrible.
You need proof, right?
It's not what you know. Yes, you need proof.
It's not what you
In
know. It's
theory,
what.
it makes sense. I see Bucho being the type of person to pay Reverse Lee to come on to up views.
Pay? You think we? First of all, if we're gonna get people to call in, we're not gonna pay him. What do we? I mean, sure, we'll give him a little stipend. After all, we're not
No,
communists.
you won't pay them. I can see Bucho. I know you wouldn't. You're a dirty Christian just like me.
Wait, I thought you were. I thought you were Muslim.
Dirty ass motherfucker over there, Mark.
Oh,
listen,
Jesus.
listen,
Shut up.
listen. The videos and views, right? There's a way I can get those views up. You know how? I broadcast the fights without actually showing the fights. I comment on it, just like you guys are doing. It's not difficult, sweetheart. You get that?
Okay.
I think he gets high when he comes on. Before
I
he
mean,
comes on the show.
that is a way to up views. There's also another way to up views. You know, release content people like.
That's primarily the way.
All right, this is turning into a YouTube seminar on how to get views. I mean, it's
This-
not entertaining.
This
in
is
the
all
least.
about how to grow your channel.
Yeah, if you want to raise
If you
your
wanna
IP,
get views, just put titties in your thumbnail.
That is actually the secret to all success.
That's good, bro. Titties. I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah.
You know, maybe because I saw one thing where this guy did like a kissing challenge with his sister. That
Oh!
video got
That's a
like
nasty motherfucker
300,000
right
views
there.
in 2 days.
what do I type? What do I type to see that video? What do I type to see that
He
video?
didn't live in
guys?
a caravan, did he?
Probably did.
I don't know, but I saw one video where a guy did that. He like the video started with him like ending the kiss, and he's like, "Okay, guys, say thank you to my sister for coming here for this."
Jeez, now
It
that's
might
that
have
that
been
is
BS.
fucking
It might
hot.
have been
What?
BS. It might have been his sister. He might have lied and said it was his sister.
Well, listen.
Right, could have been his girlfriend, and like he said, "Hey, bitch, pretend you're my sister."
Hey, by the way, did you
Probably.
guys know that? Did you guys know that Ellie Segbach's married? I didn't know that.
I
Couple
had
years
no
now.
idea.
I could
Yeah.
believe that. Who's his
Oh,
husband?
Mikey Garcia was over there.
Oh, recognize. Why would you do that, man? So, why
No,
would you do that?
I'm
He's
curious.
asking a serious question.
Who's his
That was
husband?
what I was going to ask as well, to be honest. There's no way that dude's straight.
I think it's Floyd Mayweather. No, yeah, he's married. Good for him. He needs somebody to balance him out a little bit because he's all business. This guy. He's not afraid to badmouth people. He's not afraid to burn bridges. I think he needs somebody to dial him back a little bit.
Hey, it takes a strong
What
man
up,
to hold
guys?
that
It's
little
Ellie Segbach reporting.
that little bastard down. You know.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, he takes a
It'll take
strong man. All right. So, Bucho, let me ask you something. Are you there, Bucho? Okay, I just want to make sure if you're there. You're going to be taking a little trip, right? You want to talk about that?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Spoil the surprise over here.
Tell me coming to LA.
Let's just say we're going to have a special correspondent for the Joshua Ruiz rematch. Okay?
That's right.
Oh, you're going back to your homeland.
That's right.
Bucho, you come to LA. I'll put a red carpet up for you, Majesty. You'll walk out of the fucking airport with a red carpet. You'll get a limo.
In Saudi Arabia. Don't worry. I talked to some people.
Oh, hey Bucho, goodbye forever. You're not getting back.
You'll be watching my execution.
Yeah, the ISIS. You're gonna see Bucho there with a bag over his
Bucho,
head.
where are you going?
I can see it. I can see it now, Bucho. I can see it now.
Where's he going? I didn't hear.
Welcome to
Saudi Arabia to see the Joshua fight.
Oh, you're gone Saudi Arabia. You'll blend right in.
Today I got proof. I got proof. that King Bucho is Saudi Arabia.
But
like I told you always. If you listen to Boxing Talk, you listen to El Dude. I never lie.
That's a dead on.
Dude.
But what about Jimmy? What do you think about a guy like that, El Dude?
You know, Gypsy, he's from California, so he's from my side. But you know, I think him going on that PDA show is kind of corrupting his mind. So I haven't really heard him say anything bad about Mexicans. So I'm just gonna say, for now, I kind of like him, but I keep my eye on him because he's on that white supremacy.
You know what, man? You do that Chicano accent a little too well. I'm weary about whether you're really Puerto Rican or you're pretending to be Puerto Rican when you're on this show. I don't know.
I never say white power. I say black power all the time, bro.
Right.
Black power.
This is Ellie Sackback's wife, right?
I'm not posting that, by the way. That's Bucho. I just want to make it clear. He's the one that's obsessed with
Yeah,
people's
like I
wives.
said. What's
No,
his
I'm the
husband's
one
name?
who sent him.
Ah,
I sent
come
the
on.
image. That's Ellie Sackback and his wife.
Mark,
1
I'm
million
gonna
percent for how much time he's on and the
Just
way he
because Ellie
looks.
Steckbach pays a hooker to take a picture with him does not
Okay,
mean that's
no.
No, that's actually like from
We're
his
not gonna do that
engagement
on the show.
photos.
No,
That's
no,
from
no.
his
Nah.
engagement photos.
Listen, I'm shutting this stream down right now, man. If you guys don't behave, I'm gonna stop it. All
No,
right?
I'm just saying, 100%. She's cheated on him.
Now, okay, let's hypothetically.
She's probably been with somebody on this podcast.
Maybe with Mikey Garcia.
Oh, Bucho,
Maybe
bail
Mikey
me out.
Garcia would tap that shit, and then he was.
Oh, she did
It's
sleep
not
with
my
somebody on
fault
this
that I was with
podcast.
Tanya, okay? I was
Aren't
with
they from
Tanya.
LA?
Huh?
What's up?
Aren't they from LA?
They are from LA, bro. I've seen them.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
like Reverse said, she slept with somebody on this panel.
Oh,
The
what
only
the
guy,
fuck
the
you
only
do?
guy here from the West Coast, from LA.
What you doing?
Dude, I seen the motherfucker. I seen him in Tengu's gym. He's such a ass kisser, man. Jesus Christ. Lick your balls and everything. Just all over the fucking. Yeah, that motherfucker just has no boundaries, bro. I don't think his parents ever showed him any like boundary issues, bro. Like there's levels that you don't cross.
You know what you don't cross?
Really?
But you know what?
You want me to lick you?
Hold on. You know what you don't cross? You don't cross the sanctity of marriage, and that's what you disgusting people are doing, making fun
Yeah,
of
I
a
agree
beautiful
with you,
couple.
BDA. You guys
Well,
are
can I
disgusting.
ask you a question, Mr. BDA?
And you think that Ellie went to the Epstein's Island or
Oh, come on. No.
Right, hold on. I have a genuine question for Mr. BDA.
I hope it's
Okay.
genuine. I hope it's genuine.
It's a
Otherwise, I'm
genuine
sure.
question. It's related to relationships and how things work nowadays, and we're in a modern era and stuff. So I just want to ask you: do you reckon there's a chance Ellie has pimped her out to get some interviews?
Okay, hypothetically, I will say, and I'm going to choose my words carefully here. I think he's the type of fella that will do anything to get the job done, if you know what I mean. That's just me. And that's not an insult.
I think so too.
That's not an insult. That's a
Saying that he's
compliment.
He is Jewish. His name's Sekbak.
I didn't say
I was
anything.
just saying. I'm making sure,
They also hate
Hey guys, didn't you cheat on your first wife?
All right,
I
listen.
cheated on all my wives, to be honest.
Hold on a second.
I cheated on all my girlfriends.
That's the
What would
right
you
thing to do, bro. I'm proud of you.
All right. You know what, guys?
The only difference was I got caught.
Oh my God! Who put Epstein's picture up on the screen? Oh no, man! Go away! Get that shit down, man! Get away from.
I saw somebody who was running an Epstein account on Twitter a while ago. It was like Ed Epstein.
Sure.
By the way,
It's
did
like,
you guys see
anybody
the?
know- if anybody knew where I can find some kids,
From
get an
Epstein,
idea.
from Epstein Island, reporting.
Oh no, you guys are. You know what? Did you guys see the deposition they did with Epstein in 2003? I think it was, and they asked him, "Do you have? Is it true you have an egg-shaped penis?" Because apparently one of the whores, not whores, but she said that he had an egg-shaped penis. That's the
Yo,
first
hold
time.
on. We don't call them whores. One of the children. Continue.
One of the chill. Well, listen, 8-year-old, 16-year-olds, if you're sleeping around, you are a whore. Now, listen, I got a quote here to bring everything down to my level, which is high level. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like decay in his bones. Proverbs 12:14.
Wait a minute. I got that tattooed on my fucking back. Where'd you get that information?
Well, first of all, I want to.
You got an egg-shaped penis in your back? That's what you said?
No, it's
Oh man, listen, hold on. Before Gypsy, you want to tell that story real quick about the graffiti that you saw? Because I love that story.
a minute. Yeah. You want to hear that story again, huh?
And I want the pictures. I want the pictures.
Dude, I'm gonna find it. I just I'm kind of busy, but I'm gonna look at that shit. It's like today's like kind of an off day, so I'm like, why not fucking come in, start some shit. Anyways, Yeah, that was I went to South Central. If you don't know what South Central is, it's like south of fucking downtown in LA, East
It's a
LA.
shithole.
It's a shithole, yeah.
Oh, everywhere in
So,
LA is a shithole.
Oh,
not everywhere, bro. Not everywhere. Some places are fucking clean, nice as hell. Up a little bit north from me is pretty nice. So pretty much I'm over there and dude, I come across this fucking street and the graffiti on that shit, it was like a whole fucking street of graffitis. Like each wall was covered to every edge. Like there was not a spot there was no graffiti at. You know what I mean? Like, and the most disgusting and the most weirdest shit was fucking on those fucking walls, bro. Like, it creeped me the fuck out. I told him about it. It creeped the shit out of me. And it was a long street. It's not a long street, like, because we have like streets that go all the way to the beach. But like, fucking just I think it's a decent sized street for the amount of fucking graffiti they had on that fucking area, bro. That shit was ridiculous.
and this is
All
Gypsy's
kinds of
talking.
demonic shit, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
This is Gypsy style talking about how he was scared of that. So to just let you know how disturbing that shit. That's why I want to see photos, because maybe Gypsy Blanc style ain't as tough as he makes himself out to be. Maybe it was just like
No. It's also the fact that I mean I can show you a picture, but it's the concept of actually being there,
right,
and driving through that fucking. You might see a picture, you're like, it's something, but it's like, okay, try driving through that, or walking past, going through that fucking street, and watching all this shit, and not being creeped the fuck out. Like,
Let's check it on Google.
That's what yeah. Just give us. You don't have to give us the exact address of where you went, but just the whereabouts so that we can take a look at it. Because I want to see. And let me tell you something. You think you're tough? This guy thinks he's tough. Let me tell you, I was in the gay pride parade about 2 years ago, walking through the Arab neighborhoods.
Your people.
I was
Oh,
walking
you was on a parade in the Arab neighborhood?
through the Arab neighborhood, wearing my assless chaps. Now you try to do that and see if you're tough, motherfucker.
Dude, I even if I am tough, I don't like to call myself tough. I just react when I need to react. That's all I am.
Bro, listen to me real fast. You think you're tough? I did the same thing, only when I was 4 years old walking through the valley.
You cut up. Wait, I didn't hear him.
You guys are tough. You guys think you're tough. When I was just a little 4-year-old boy in the fucking mountains of Puerto Rico, there was a bunch of girls outside. I took my Pampers off and I started rotating my waist like I was ravishing Rick Rude. I was like, "Come here, bitch."
The difference between all of our stories is recognizes is actually true.
Yes,
yeah, that's it. Well, wait a minute. Why? Mine's not.
I was only
possible.
4 years old. I ripped those Pampers off and I said, "Look at me."
Why were you wearing Pampers at 4 years old?
No.
I was a fucking lazy little boy.
Tienes tu trapo ahí, lobito, eh?
Oh, come on. That's another.
Imagine walking around Puerto Rico, 4 years old, and shitting on yourself in the street.
How's that different from being 40 years old in Puerto Rico?
Oh no, come on.
How is it different from being 20?
Crystal meth. I can get you crystal meth.
That's like
Nitrous oxide. How about that?
I can get you
Hey,
brand new
BD,
Cadillac.
how
I can
much
get you.
acid
Hold
did you
on.
go on
I can get you a Cadillac, brand new Cadillac with the pink slip.
How about dope? Grass, ash, coke, mescaline, downers.
Hey, big man.
Hey, there's a porn star. I think I told you guys this story. There's a porn star, old school. She has to walk around with diapers now.
Oh yeah, you told us. And I saw the photographs. I remember you told me the name, and I checked it out. And that
I can't
asshole.
believe that.
What's her name? Pamela Anderson?
Nasty, man.
Ugh.
Yeah, she's not. I forgot her name. I remember her face in my head.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still finished to her, but it was hard.
Is her name Ava Devine?
Lobito, come here.
Yo, Mr. BDA, how much did it cost to get...
Wait. Wait. No. Wait. Are you doing that on purpose, Gonzalo?
What's that?
Come on,
Oh,
man.
no. Never mind. No.
Don't play with me, man. Come on.
No, I had to him out of the cage because she wants to play.
All right.
And then he starts parking a lot. Sorry.
Am I the only one that...
Yo, you should name that dog Ellie Setback.
Okay, no. That's going too far, man. That's going too far. What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry.
All right. As long as you're sorry.
No, you're not.
You don't have to apologize.
He's not sorry.
Well, how do you know? You remind me.
He's a bastard. What do you want from me? He's a bastard.
Hey, Mr. BDA.
Yes.
How much does it cost to legally get a Mexican to Canada? I know you did it with Bucho, so I was wondering what the cost.
First of all,
that's fucked up, man.
No, I'm genuinely being serious. I just want to know
what's
how much.
funny about that? You actually think it's legally.
Yo, you gonna let him get away with this shit?
I used the word legally to not incriminate them.
Gypsy boxing style. You want to go at the? You want to go at the McGregor?
No, I'm good, bro. I think that's on you, bro.
Oh, okay. Come on. All right. Okay. So I'm all alone in this, huh? I'm all alone in this. I got you. I know how it works.
You gonna get away with this? What's this world coming to?
Hold on. Where's my gunshot sound? Hold on.
They're just gonna ban me from coming on this show.
That's what the show's come to. That sounds
like recognized this neighborhood.
No, this is recognized.
That sounds like the neighborhood that had gypsy scared shit.
Pretty much what that was.
Sounds like Friday night is an altar boy.
That's actually the noise they were making when they're doing the graffiti.
Hey, fuck
That's
you,
what really
man.
had him concerned.
Who put this thing together? Me. That's who. I got fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk. Go ahead and kill me, you cocksucker.
That's the point, man.
You know, in the whole movie, that's the best part to me.
That's the best part.
I swear to God, man, that's the best part. Calito, I'm no good in the can, cocksucker.
He stole the show, huh? He stole the show.
Dude, you got a lot of balls. You just snitched on me or tried to. You're gonna call me a cocksucker.
Oh, the best is when he goes, he wasn't even on. I was gonna give you a signal. Like he's pulling off the lies like right away, man. All right, well, hold on. Oh, what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Who's on camera there?
Oh, it's reverse.
Jesus, reverse, man. You scared us, man. All I saw was that was like a horror movie. All I saw is a wall, and all of a sudden, I see a black face. That was scary.
That's the kind of picture is reverse Lee.
Is that reverse Lee or is that? I didn't. Okay, that was creepy, man.
That's William with the belts.
It was like the Blair Witch Project or something. Which, by the way,
reverse Lee that I saw in those graffitis.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
I'm glad they scared you. They're supposed to.
Now, come on. Oh yeah, well that's the point. It's marking. Okay, now I'm seeing a hand. Who's showing their hand now?
I think that's unrivaled.
That was fucking creepy, man. All right, you guys are creeping me out.
He's about to do a hand job.
I wasn't gonna go there. Gypsy took it there with the whole fucking hand job thing. All right, listen, fellas.
Yeah,
So
of course he took it.
yeah, so let's settle.
I had to take my dog out of the cage, and I went out, and while you guys were talking, some guy came over, asked me for some food. Some fella, he was deaf, and so he handed me a letter. I gave him a peanut butter sandwich with half the can with half the can of the peanut butter.
You just
Yeah,
got
bro,
scammed.
I'm freaking the fuck out right now, man.
Why?
It was 1 a.m. an hour ago, and now it's 1 a.m. again.
Oh, you just got kidnapped by aliens, man. That's what happened.
What country do you live in?
It's none of your fucking business.
Hold on, he's asking.
Come back up.
It's behind the 7-Eleven, no?
I live in Ireland, fam.
He lives in front.
A migrant probably slept in your bedroom and reset your alarm clock.
Hey, Mark.
No, they
I
switched.
live in one of the biggest population of Irish people in my neighborhood, where I live at.
Why
I'm
would
not
they
gonna
allow
say
you
where
there?
I'm not gonna say where I live because if some psycho fan ever tries to come where I live at, I have to kill them. But
It would most likely be me.
yeah, right. That's what I meant.
It's probably all of our.
All right, guys, I'm about to leave. I'm gonna take a shower. And I'm gonna take a shower with an Irish Spring shampoo. That's right, Irish Spring shampoo. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
This is actually a moment. I mean, Gypsy doesn't.
Motherfucker, say it. Say you got something.
No, I'm gonna say it. Gypsy usually takes a shower once a month. It's gonna be twice.
How'd you know, bro?
And the fact that he's using shampoo.
Irish Spring, bro, it keeps you clean for like 3 months.
It's absolutely fantastic. I love the idea of taking fucking shampoo from a spring because that's what you're supposed to do. Use water on top of water.
Fucking genius.
By the way, before
Anyways, I'm all good.
no, but hold on. Before you go, recognize what did you say about the West Coast the other day? You wanted to say something about the West Coast, I think.
Following each other.
Oh, he was wait. Recognize was saying goodbye to somebody. Did you
Yeah,
pay?
she's-
Did you
she's
pay via
nice.
credit card or?
No, this is a little cutie. She just passed by. She said something to me. I was like, yeah. I still flirt. I'm a faithful man, but I flirt. Yes. So,
All right.
Shut
Hopefully
your
you.
mouth.
I am
Hopefully-
a faithful man. You dirty gypsy.
Here's
People, bro.
to the chick there.
Who's what?
Recognize saying goodbye to the chick.
You dirty Puerto Rican.
Exactly. That's
Hey.
Mucho. That's exactly how I did it.
Gypsy,
What did I say?
Gypsy showers as much as Gary Russell fights.
Oh. Oh. You're gonna let him get away with that?
Why are you fucking gypsy bastard? You.
All right, I'm out, guys. It's for real.
All right.
I gotta
Yeah,
get
I
that
finished
shot.
them.
Need that fucking body wash. You know
Wait a
what I
second. Wait a second. Reverse just finished it for the night. I said, I gotta go.
mean? Okay. See you guys.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right. Now we can start the real show. Now we can start the real show. Talk some actual boxing. What was I gonna say?
Damn.
I'm
we
kidding.
Just all witnessed reversely finish him with a couple of words.
Yeah, Reverse has some good zingers, man. Let me tell you, he's got some of the best. We can actually make a. I'm trying. Butcher's doing what I should have been doing a long time ago, but
Fatality.
yeah, but we're trying to round up some of the best of 2019 from the BDA show because we did it in 2018, and of course we got to come back with another best of the BDA show 2019. And Reverse, you haven't been on in a while. What's going on here? Is it school or work? What's the matter?
Well, right now I'm actually sitting in college. So
You're in school right now. You said? No
yes,
way.
I'm in my college room at the moment.
Oh, you go away to college. Stay at the dorm.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me guess. You're studying Jewish history, right?
Hell no, but they offer that shit at my school.
Well, they should. There's a lot to learn about our greatest ally.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
He's learning Jewish thesis.
Yeah, I can learn how to make Germans want to kill every last.
Oh, okay. No.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
No.
You don't need to learn
Chris
how
is
to
on
do
fire
that. It's
today.
kind of plainly obvious. Just be a Jew.
Oh, okay. You know what, Butcher? We gotta shut it down. We gotta shut it down.
Let's calm this down. Even though I agree with you.
I love
You know what, Reverse? I really liked you, and this is what you did to me.
I love that cocksucker like a brother, and he fucked me in the ass.
That's what you just did to this show, man. I didn't even know why I
Right in
asked you
the
that question.
ass.
Right in
Right
the
in
ass.
Yeah, but I'm 19 years old now.
All right. Also, in Jewish religion,
Forgot how
you'd be a
young
man.
he is. Yeah, he is 19.
Oh yeah, he's
Actually, we can.
legal nowadays, Mr. BDA. Happy
Oh,
days.
he's legal.
What did you say? Oh, come on. No.
I said he's legal now.
No.
It's a nice break from getting fucked up the ass.
All right, listen. You know what? This show is getting out of hand. All right. You know what? You know what helps, and this is just my opinion, because we gotta end it soon, because we're getting away from boxing, and it's about time. We're trying to keep the shows under 2.5 hours, right? But usually, what helps is to play a little more Ryan Garcia. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Who is
let's
that?
go.
Was that?
I wanted to say something about him, but I guess if I get on next week, I'll mention something about
Who
his
is Ryan
fighting. I think he's
Garcia?
actually he's pretty good fighter. He's pretty
He's
good
Mr.
fighter.
BDA's fucking son, man.
Well, I mean, Gonzalo's saying that he's a good fighter. I think he can develop into a good fighter if he stops acting like a diva and asking for main events when he can't even. What the most he sold out was what 3,000 people? No, not even. I think. I mean, this guy needs to step it up. Stop being a
Oh,
bitch.
is that the skinny fag that works with Golden Boy?
Oh no! Bucho horn, Bucho horn.
There's too many. No, hold on, man. There's too many of them. We have to narrow it down.
Funny. What?
It's the pretty skinny fag that works with Golden.
Oh
Okay,
no!
You can't say
Okay.
that word.
You can't say that
Say that word.
anymore.
Yeah, we can't say
What?
that word.
It means a bunch of sticks.
Yes.
Exactly, and
That's why
he's
they call
really
it facts.
skinny, and his arms are like sticks.
Exactly. He's literally a bunch of sticks. He's a
Do you
fag.
honestly think you're fucking funny?
Let's just say you
Seriously.
don't know anything. You just
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Seriously.
Oh, Cameron's calling it.
Fucking
Cameron.
funny.
Ugly little cunt, mate. You're a fucking ugly little cunt, mate. And if I ever see you, I'm gonna fucking slit your fucking face.
Whoa,
wide
whoa, whoa,
open,
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa, Cameron, take it easy, man.
Hold up. I have no
Cameron,
idea
take
who
it
the
easy.
British one is on the panel, but you better shut up, you little fat
angry
spaz.
little fucking
You see
Cameron.
me when I get.
I'll tell you what, you
I'm
fat
you.
little cunt.
Cameron,
Oh,
take
who
it
you
easy, man.
calling fat? Listen to me. I'll fucking clap your mom side to side. Yeah,
Angry
you
little fucking bastard.
Cameron, take it easy, man.
Cameron,
Jeez, you're
take
gonna
it
cut
easy,
him up.
Cameron.
Yeah.
sperm all over your face.
You don't know anything. Let's just say you don't know anything and just start from there.
My pussy hurts. I can barely walk some days.
All right, you know what? This show is getting out of hand. All right.
What they all say about me.
It's common knowledge the guy's retarded.
All right. Hold on.
I
We
don't
gotta end
deny it.
All right. We gotta end it. All right. Especially with Cameron threatening to cut people in their. I mean, hold on a second. Cameron, did you say you wanted to cut his face or what?
You're a fucking angry little
Okay,
fucking...
we got it, Cameron. We got it. All right. Now listen. Bucho muted him because he's getting out of hand. Guys, thank you for joining us. We got a good fight between Prograis and Taylor. It lived up to the expectations. I was certainly pleased with it. Certainly more pleased than Gvozdyk Beterbiev. So that's about it. I want to thank you guys for joining us, even though these last 45 minutes really went off the deep end. Now, we always talk about how we got to do another second Renaissance, right? But we got to go in there. We got to go in there with a set subject. And it doesn't have to be the subject all throughout the whole episode, but just something to get us started. So any suggestions? I'm open to suggestions.
Taxes.
MGTOW or MGTOW.
We already did the MGTOW.
Taxes.
Jew Chronicles.
See,
Jesus.
Reverse Lee said taxes. Reverse Lee said taxes. He takes one class on Jewish history. He wants to talk money already. Nah. We're gonna talk about something.
I didn't take that shitty class.
Oh, that was loud.
How about history of feminism or gender studies? Oh yeah, gender studies. Yeah. I should take that.
That's male, that's female. Class over.
Oh come on.
Everything you want to talk about, I can just break it down to Jewish thesis.
Oh, okay, now you know recognize you're getting a little out of hand, man. A little bit.
No, I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that.
Wait a minute. Recognize when you explain in Jewish thesis, does your nose get bigger every time?
Oh, okay. No. No. It's over.
Wow,
it's over. We gotta go.
No, listen. Hold on, right? When we're talking about Jewish, right? Let's not make cheap shots. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We gotta go.
That was a free one. That was a free one. The Jews will love it.
We gotta go. Guys, thank you for joining us. This was a great show. I want to thank who was here, man. Well, Gonzalo, Johnny Boy was here. He left. What, Cameron?
You're a fucking ugly little cunt, mate.
Come
If
on.
I ever see
Cameron, stop it, man.
fucking face.
All right. I think he calmed down a little bit. All right, so listen, guys, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. We had Johnny Boy, we had Gonzalo here, we have Recognize, McGregor, we had Reverse Lee. Who else? Oh, Gypsy Boxing Style. Did anybody else leave afterwards? Who else was here that left? Come on, don't leave me hanging. Because usually I forget, and then people go, "How come you didn't mention me?" It's like, well, I forget. What do you want from me?
Like that show, like.
Yeah,
everyone who was in here was Gonzalo, Recognize, me, Gypsy, Johnny.
Well, who's you? Who's me?
Reverse
Who's
Lee,
me?
you, and Bucho. Thank each other.
Well, you said me. Who's me? You gotta say. You gotta say the name.
Mark.
Oh, McGregor. Anyway. All right. Anyway, listen. Guys, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And I also want to give you a shout out. We're going to do another show because this week, fellas, this next Saturday, Canelo Kovalev, Dia de los Muertos. It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be a lot of hype. We're going to be doing shows on that. Get your motherfuckers' predictions on this one and try to do another film analysis on that one. We're going to put the original one on BDA Live. Go on over to BDA Live. If you motherfuckers haven't checked out BDA Live, go check it out. All right? That's all I ask from you. So like, subscribe. I want to give a shout out to Chris K and John Gonzalez for the contributions as well. And of course, all right, let's not forget people in the chat room, our loyal listeners, the BDA family. I want to give a shout. And don't forget to check out McGregor's channel on Rival Boxing Talk. He does streams there as well. And Recognize, I think, has a couple of videos on his. What?
Gypsy Boxing Style has a channel.
That's right. Gypsy Boxster has a channel as well, so check those out. I want to give a shout out to Ness, Nordic Warrior, Duck, Joe Lopez. Oh, Nordic Warrior was in there as well. Blue Collar Sports TV, aka Del Boy. Shout out to him. Marshall Ministry, Guerrero de la Info, Box, Shepherd the Sons, keeping things in check as well. Shout out to Shepherd the Sons, Hawker Mustang, Lil Rask, SSB28, Thelamus Lo-Fi. Liamus? I don't know how you spell that. Who else? MV. Hopefully I'm not forgetting it. Official Scorecard Boxing was in there as well. The Fight Scout, The Punisher. Rod Davies was in there as well, I know. Shout out to him. And that's about it. If I forgot anybody, sorry. Football Boxing as well. 1-2 Kid who called in as well. Dead Game. The Hand History Vault. Duck. Thank you guys for joining us. You make the show worth doing. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Signing out.
Cross over troubled waters cause I'm targeted.
A verbal assassin when I'm blasting.
Strictly head crushing, lead rushing through your body. Can't cross over troubled waters cause I'm targeted.
A verbal assassin when I'm blasting.